this has been a pretty good homestand for the Phillies. It began with some really good pitching. Cole Hamels wearing the retro 1980s uniforms looked a lot like Steve Carlton on that night against the San Diego Padres. He went 8, and then the next day, Roy Halladay went 8 as well, as the Phillies took 3 of 4 from San Diego. And oh yeah, Chase Utley started to swing the bat exceptionally well. He had 2 of his 4 home runs on this homestand against the San Diego Padres. Vance Worley, well, he was really the only bright spot of the series against the San Francisco Giants. He picked up his first complete game. Then it was Matt Cain and Tim Lincecum that helped the Giants win 2 of 3 from the Phillies. Lincecum did walk 4 in his outing, but he also picked up a handful of strikeouts and cruised to the victory thanks to his bullpen as Brian Wilson closed out 2 of the 3 games for San Francisco. So you lose 2 of 3 for the first time in 54 days, and you go out and get Hunter Pence. The Phillies had won Game 1 against the Pirates. Game 2 with Pence in the lineup, Ryan Howard blasted a home run. In fact, he had 4 hits in last night's ball game. He picked up career hit number 1,000, and he also moved into 7th place all-time in RBIs. And now the final game of this 3-game series and the final game of this 10-game homestand as the Phillies take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Phillies with the best record in baseball at 67-39. They remain 5 games up over the Atlanta Braves. And there you see the Pirates 12.5 games behind the Phillies as far as records go with 54 victories. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy. Aloha, Gary Matthews. Wheels will be around in just a little bit. Well, here we go. We finish up this 10-game homestand at Citizens Bank Park, and we'll talk about Vance Worley in just a moment. He's going to start today for the Phillies. But, Sarge, let's talk about Ryan Howard and what he did last night.
Yeah, actually smoking, going 4 for 4, hitting the ball hard like he can. Take a look at him first time up as he almost tears the ivy down there in center field. Ryan Howard's at his best there when he's hitting the ball all over the field there. As you see, he picks up his 1,000 hit. Boy, he is really coming on strong there as he pulls another fastball. That's what he was on all day long there. Take another look at another hit. I thought he had a chance for the cycle there as it goes off McCutcheon's glove. Up, as he gets on back there. See what the Fighting Phils have done here with their record, 6-3 so far. Tom, I like how they're picking up those home runs.
Yeah, 12 home runs during this 9-game homestand so far. We'll see if it continues this afternoon. It's warm again, and the ball, well, it should be flying. Well, Vance Worley's been outstanding for the Phillies. In fact, among rookie pitchers in the National League, he has been one of the best. And his last start, Sarge, well, you can't get too much better than a complete game.
No, he was just filthy. This guy pitches inside for strikes there, has a breaking ball, and not only that, he is starting to get a lot of confidence as he jumps off of that mound there. There's that fly ball, there's that complete ball game. Look at that smile as he comes right off the mound there. Look at the last 5 starts, 5-0 ERA, a 1.24. Tom, doesn't get any better than that.
How about 29 base runners during the 36 1/3 innings over his last 5 starts? So Vance Worley goes for another victory this afternoon. He'll be opposed by right-hander Jeff Karstens, the former Yankee who has been pretty good for Pittsburgh with a 2.41 earned run average. Well, last night, Hunter Pence said he had chills when he came out onto the field. His second game in a Phillies uniform in the homestand finale is coming up next. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Anheuser-Busch. Smooth Busch beer and easy drink at Busch Light. Head for the mountains of Busch. By Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines' new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. By Toyota. Toyota offers fuel efficiency you'll love. Only better. By Xfinity. Only from Comcast. The official HD triple play provider of the Phillies. By Citizens Bank. We're for homes. Talk to us today about how we can help guide you to the loan that's right for you. And by Independence Blue Cross. No matter where you are in life or business, we have plans that fit. Go to plansthatfit.com. the week continues to be the Phillies' last but not least pitcher in the rotation. The story just keeps getting better for the Titans and for the Banimal. Coming off 6 strong starts, he was ready to take the next step, and he did just that Tuesday night. The defending World Series champion saw 114 pitches and could only muster 3 hits in Worley's first career complete game in the majors. Vance is unbeaten in his last 7 starts, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Now more than ever, we're here for you every step of the way. Well, he will indeed take the mound today to finish up this homestand. Vance Worley, and not only has he been the Philly of the week, but you could really term him the Philly of the month. He's been that good. Another sellout here at Citizens Bank Park, settling in, bright sunshine up above. The last of this 3-game series against the Pirates, the last of this 10-game homestand, and the last of the Pirates lineup that we'll see this year. It's brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Leading it off in left field, Xavier Paul. Garrett Jones, the right fielder, bats second. Andrew McCutchen, the center fielder, hits third, followed by Neil Walker and Pedro Alvarez. Lyle Overbay's over at first base, maybe for the last time. Brandon Wood is at shortstop. He'll bat seventh. Eric Fryer does the catching, followed by Jeff Karstens, the pitcher. And they will indeed face 23-year-old right-hander Vance Worley, who comes in wheels with a 7-1 record, a 2.02 earned run average. You want to talk about unsung heroes.
Great game he pitched the other night, too, Tom, against the San Francisco Giants here in the one game the Phillies won in that 3-game series. He pitched his first major league complete game, was in command of that game. Those are the there's a scouting report on him. There's all kinds of pitches that they talk about, the way he hides the ball, that has late movement, that he's sneaky, all those kind of things. But his last 5-game start, you see what he's done with a 5-0 record. He's just become a very dependable starting pitcher for this team.
Over his last 7 games overall, he's allowed just 6 earned runs. That's a span of 47 and a third innings of work.
Time now for our Nissan keys to today's game. It's really nice. Sure, it's warm here today, but just a beautiful afternoon for a ball game. We got 2 hot pitchers here this afternoon. We just talked about Vance Worley and Jeff Karstens for the Pirates. He has been pitching great baseball. To sweep a series, Phillies have had a lot of chances to do that lately, but seem to lose that last game of the series. Be really sweet to do that here today and get a good start to a very difficult 10-game road trip that starts tomorrow night in Denver.
So here we go. Xavier Paul will lead it off for the Pirates. He started the first of this 3-game series. In fact, got the only hit against Roy Halladay, and he takes for strike 1, so we're underway. 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Vance Worley. Paul has hit safely in each of his last 4 starts, overall hitting .256. And he bunts toward the right side. Worley off the mound, stumbles a little bit, but regains his form, 1 away.
And he does a little glove flip, too.
Well, earlier today, the Atlanta Braves acquired former Philly Michael Bourne to man center field. He's not in the lineup this afternoon for Atlanta, but he's certainly going to help them. The Astros get Jordan Schaefer, who's on the disabled list, and then 3 other prospects. Abreu is one of the bigger prospects that they'll get in that deal. So Ed Wade and the Astros continue to clean house as they try to pare their payroll down to what I read was $60 million.
Wow. Well, you talk about the three teams that are going for everything this year, making major acquisitions. There you have it. Beltran to the Giants. The Phillies get Hunter Pence, and Michael Bourne is a perfect fit for the Atlanta Braves in every way. Offensively, obviously, he has a chance to be a very good player for them. But in that huge ballpark, the way he runs the ball down in center field, how many runs is he going to save for
I'm
them?
sure he's excited to get back into a pennant race, but he's probably a little sad to be leaving home. He's from the Houston area. As Jones takes strike 2.
That's one of those ones I'm sure the Braves went, uh-oh, I don't like the Phillies getting Hunter Pence. Well, the Phillies look at that deal and go, oh, no, that's not good, because he makes the Braves a lot better.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count to Garrett Jones. Outside, 2-2. Garrett Jones started game 1, didn't start last night against Cliff Lee, but was used as a pinch hitter. Grounds one right side. Backing up on it. Howard. Worley's had to do a little running so far. And a 3-1 put out, 2 away.
Teammates like to Vance Worley a lot, and they're getting a kick out of it right now. As Tom said, he's running all over the place. When he fielded that bunt, it wasn't pretty, but he got it done. Here's the first play. Did a good job getting off the mound, and then he stumbles a little bit, and I guess that's what made him flip the ball. And now on this end, here's Ryan Howard, leads him. Nice job. Got to the bag. 1-3 and 3-1. 2 outs.
And Andrew McCutchen is the batter. McCutchen takes on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Last night McCutchen was 0 for 3 with a walk, so he's 0 for 7 with a run scored in this series. And to keep him quiet, well, you see what he's done in July. That's important because he's their best player.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to win a ball game against the Pittsburgh Pirates when this guy is quiet, as you say, Tom. And he can hit the ball of the ballpark too for Clint Hurdle.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to McCutchen. In the air to right field. Hunter Pence, sunglasses on top of his head, going back toward the wall, and it's off his glove and off the wall. And McCutchen will get to second. And we'll see how they score that. That could be an error.
Well, he misjudged it at the start, and then the ball really took off and carried on him. You know, playing in a new ballpark, and the sunglasses on top of his head or his hat. So I guess he felt he didn't need sunglasses, but he did not pick that up right away, and then is in full retreat right there and off the glove. He's a much better outfielder than that chance looks. He just did not make a good play initially on that, and then couldn't recover as it hit the heel of the glove.
Well, they scored an error, or excuse me, a double for McCutchen, so that's his first hit of the series. So 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's Neil Walker. Walker with 63 runs batted in, had 3 hits last night. He's 3 for 8 in the series, and he takes for strike 1.
Everybody's kind of stunned by that. You can just tell by the reaction of the crowd because they said, "That guy's a good outfielder, right?" Yeah, he is.
I'm sure he's stunned by it too.
Yeah, he didn't see it right away. Whether he didn't pick it up with the high with the sky, or whether he didn't see it off the bat, I don't know.
Yeah, so he's still thinking about it.
Yeah, it's not the sun, evidently, because you still have the sunglasses on his hat.
Well, the Astros come into Philly just 1 time a year, but he's played enough games over in right field. He knows the tendencies out there. Here's the 0-2 pitch coming to Neil Walker. Foul ball, and it remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Right, in the outfield he played in Houston too. When he played right field, that was shallow like this one. When he played center field there, like this one, there's a lot of room in center field here, and there's even more room in Houston.
Pirates will head home after this ball game, and they'll have a new first baseman when they arrive in Pittsburgh. They acquired Derek Lee from the Baltimore Orioles. Swing and a miss. Walker's down on strikes. That's a pretty good comeback by Vance Worley. Picks up his first strikeout. He does so on a slider. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, and the animal has come out and put up a 0 here at the top of the first, and the Phillies are up for the first time. And man, I should have had that one. We'll get it back here as the Phillies didn't give up a run at the top of the first. Let's see if they can get some first inning magic again against the Pirates. Their lineup's brought to you by Xfinity, only from Comcast. Leading it off at shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. Shane Victorino, the center fielder, bats second. Chase Utley hits third, followed by Ryan Howard and Hunter Pence. Raul Ibanez is in left field. Ryan Schneider does the catching. He'll bat seventh. Michael Martinez starts at third. Vance Worley, of course, is on the mound, and they'll face right-hander Jeff Karstens, who is ready to go. Jimmy Rollins leads it off, and he shows bunt, bunts it toward the right side. Walker charges, flips, not in time.
Whoa, where'd that come from?
Element of surprise.
Yeah. Well, they tried it right out of the chute, did the Pirates, and you know, the second baseman's way back. Jimmy Rollins just doesn't bunt, and never bunts. It seems like to open the game like that. Took them totally by surprise. He bunts it hard, but it doesn't matter because Walker's back so far. Look how he has to come for that. And then tries that Chase Utley flip. Good play on Walker's part. He made it close, and Jimmy beats it.
Rollins moving the whole way and gets the bunt single.
Oh, he smelled a hit as soon as he put that baby on the ground because he knew the pitcher wasn't going to get to it.
So he's hitting 4 straight. That'll bring Victorino to the plate. He's got a 4-game hitting streak.
Oh, he almost got it.
He sure did. Greg Gibson emphatically called him safe. Karstens' numbers this year, his earned run average is very good. He's among the league leaders at 2.41.
And he's hot right now, too. He's had real good June and July. Can run on him a little bit. Oh, that's a good move. Surprising when you see 12 runners have gone on him and 11 have made it. Here's our Southwest Airlines scouting report on Karstens. His sinker and changeup are his 2 best pitches. Real good changeup. Look what he's done in his last 5 starts.
Last outing, he lost 4-3 to the Braves. He went just 5 innings. He walked 3, allowed 3 runs.
His times to the plate are a little bit in between, and they say he does use a slide step. When he doesn't, evidently that's when you can really run on him because his time is high. Now they have an idea right out of the chute that they think they can run on him the way Jimmy is aggressive as he is over there.
Victorino overall hitting .305 with 9 home runs. And he takes inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
He did not slide step that time. That was probably the full time, which is around 1.5. And if you were to pick it on that, you could have a heck of a chance to steal the bag.
Rollins has stolen 22 bases. He's been caught 4 times. On the outside corner, 1-1. Karstens was a big time prospect for the New York Yankees, but they kind of gave up on him, which happens often. And with their staff, they didn't really need to be patient with him. So they sent him over to Pittsburgh, and now he's evolving back into a starting pitcher, which is what he basically was in the minor leagues.
He knew he would. That was strange to watch with Jimmy. He just started to walk back towards first, and Karstens threw over there. It's almost like he knew he was going to do it. Because he had such an aggressive lead before. Now here he goes again with a real aggressive lead.
He doesn't go. Victorino chops it right side. Overbay has it. There's one. And the double play not in order. 3-6 on the putout at second. A fielder's choice, 1 away.
Well, Victorino trying to play the right way there, and that's pull the ball in that situation, get it through the hole. He just happened to hit it at the first baseman.
Well, that'll bring Chase Utley to the plate, who along with Victorino has picked up 13 hits on this homestand. Of his 13, 4 have been home runs. He's also scored 8 runs in the 9 games so far. His average up to .288 with 8 homers and 32 RBIs overall. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Bob Pinto. If the Phillies hit a home run in today's ball game, and Bob, they've hit 12 on this homestand, then he'll win $100. Utley pops the first pitch up right on the edge of the infield. The shortstop Brandon Wood is back, makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. And Victorino back to first, so 2 away for Ryan Howard. Howard with 81 runs batted in, 21 homers. Of the 81 RBIs, he's picked up 7 on this homestand. And he and Matt Kemp have been jockeying back and forth for the top spot of the National League in RBIs. Well, Kemp overtook Ryan Howard late last night. He now has 82. Howard has 81. Prince Fielder's been stuck on 75 for a while. Those are the top 3 in the National League. And Howard takes on the outside corner. James McDonald called this pitch a huge mistake.
Yeah, fastball, middle of the plate, just a little bit away. And Ryan really got extended on that. Dead center field home run. Got the Phillies off and winging last night and won that game behind Cliff Lee.
Overall, Howard had 4 hits. He finished a triple short of the cycle. In fact, he finished 90 feet short of the cycle because he had 2 doubles. Told us after the game that he was thinking cycle, but his body just wasn't allowing it.
Yeah, it got out into this area right here, and really, it looked like the center fielder McCutchen kind of touched the ball, and then it stayed close to him, so he had no chance to get to third.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. We've said this before. You know, Ryan Howard, I think last year had 5 triples, was stealing some bases over the last couple of years, but he turned his ankle last year, which put him on the disabled list, and it still bothers him. He still doesn't run anywhere near the way he did, let's say, at the beginning of last season alone. Lays off the same pitch. They appeal. No swing, says Jerry Davis. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Braves are taking a 1-0 lead over the Marlins. Dan Uggla enters the game with a 22-game hit streak. He's been red hot. That Costanza kid is playing center field for them today and leading off.
They just brought him up from Gwinnett, and he's not going to be playing center field and leading off much longer with Michael Bourne there.
Low ball 3. Victorino will be off on this next pitch. And Hunter Pence waits on deck. Victorino not being held on. There he goes. And Howard's down on strikes. A changeup from Karsten to the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. 1 man left for the Phillies. We've completed our first inning here in South Philadelphia. Pirates nothing, Phillies nothing. BetOnline.com @Bet11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Phillies.com for details. Roy Halladay nearest to us. Cliff Lee with Kyle Kendrick sitting in the middle. In fact, that's the Phillies starting rotation aside from Vance Worley, who's out on the mound. And it includes Roy Oswalt, who's going to pitch tomorrow. And if everything goes well, Oswalt might join the Phillies on this upcoming road trip.
Which would be very nice, and maybe have him available in San Francisco. It always reminds me of Maddox, Clavin, and Smoltz, how they used to sit there and watch the game together and talk baseball and pick each other's brains probably, and talk about how many strokes they're going to give each other the next day too. I'm sure when they were going to go out and play golf. But those guys are baseball guys, and you see that rotation sitting together like that. That's really great to watch.
Yeah, Kyle Kendrick is preparing for his next start, but once Oswalt comes back, the thought process is that he'll go back into the bullpen. 1-1 to Alvarez, fouled back. But who knows? They may decide to do something else, and I'm not sure if they would consider keeping Kyle as a starter and put him down in Lehigh Valley to stretch him out until the rosters expand in September. We'll see.
Well, it would certainly be a pleasant decision to have to make if they could get Oswalt back and know Worley's your fifth starter.
Alvarez down on strikes, 2 outs, or 1 out here in the second. Second strikeout for Vance Worley.
Really gives you a strong fifth starter if Vance Worley's that guy. Absolutely. One of the hottest pitchers in the league right now. Good hard breaking ball right there. The old back foot slider, and got Alvarez to swing over it.
Here's Lyle Overbay. Overbay is the starting first baseman today for the Pirates. Derek Lee was acquired by the Pirates from the Baltimore Orioles. So Lee, who's had a decent year, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs in 81 games for Baltimore, will most likely take over the everyday first base duties when he arrives in Pittsburgh. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It was surprising to see today because the trade was done early enough or late enough last night. I thought Clint Hurdle would have Lee in the lineup today because they were only in New York playing the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm sure he did too.
But Lee, I guess, went back to Baltimore, is going to get himself settled with his family, and then meet the team in Pittsburgh.
Face his old team, the Cubs. Well, they have 72 hours to report.
If you're the Pirates, though, you probably would love to get him in the lineup since you're 3.5 games out behind the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
And every game's important.
Beltran got to his team right away, and Pence got to his team right away. And you mentioned the Michael Bourne deal's just made, so he had no chance to get to Atlanta in time to play today. The type of person Michael Bourne is, knowing him, you know he's going to get there as soon as he can. He cares.
2 balls and 2 strikes the count to Lyle Overbay. And a call, strike 3, right on the inside part of the plate. 3 straight strikeouts for Worley.
You wonder how much Overbay's head can be in the game today, too, because
I was thinking the same thing.
You just laid it all out, Tom. That he's not been hitting, and they've been talking about they needed more offense out of that position. They think they just got it with Derek Lee. 2 and 2 could be 4.
And for what they say, there's not a better guy than Lyle Overbay. Just a great guy to have around, and he's had a decent career.
But his head has to be spinning today.
Brandon Wood is the hitter with 2 outs here in the second. And Wood takes on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Wood started at shortstop in game 1. That was his 10th start. Then played first base yesterday. Now is back over at shortstop. 0-2 the count. Pirates sent infielder Aaron Baker to the Baltimore Orioles to finish off that deal. The trade deadline is over with in about an hour in Major League Baseball, or 2 hours, I should say.
Right, 4 o'clock Eastern.
0-2 pitch, up and in. Rafael Furcal today was sent to St. Louis. That deal was rumored to have taken place yesterday, but they had to put the finishing touches on it. Ryan Theriot, who had been playing shortstop, had been playing well. In fact, had a big day yesterday for St. Louis, but he'll probably become the super utility guy.
Yeah, he can play a lot of positions, swing the bat, steal a bag. Nice extra man if he's not starting, that's for sure.
2-2 pitch. Hit foul. Hiroki Kuroda, who is Furcal's teammate or former teammate with the Dodgers, he apparently turned down a deal. Now, the Dodgers never said what the deal was, but Kuroda has a no trade clause and he decided to invoke it. A lot of people thought he was going to Boston. Swing and a miss. And Vance Worley has just struck out the side. 4 strikeouts on the afternoon for Worley. He has struck out the last 4 batters that he's faced. The Pirates go down in order. Here are the second. Slider, fastball, and then another slider. Finish off the Bucks. Fans feeding families tent event that was scheduled to take place prior to today's ball game. Well, it went off without a hitch. It was an outstanding event. Darren Dalton was there. You saw Roy Halladay was there as well. Roy and his family have been a driving force behind the Fans Feeding Families program that the Phillies have put together in an effort to help fill abundance. Citizens Bank has been a big part of it as well, as Hunter Pence leads it off and rips one foul down the left field line. Brandy Halladay, Roy's wife, has been nice enough to join us up here in the booth. Brandy, we appreciate you coming on.
You having me.
Great event today. A lot of people,
yes.
and it was really a neat event.
We had several people, more than I had expected, come. In fact, the amount of people provided, the money that we earned from the 10 event alone, provided over 20,000 meals for the Delaware Valley.
That's tremendous. There's a pop-up on the left side, and one away. There's been a 66% increase in families who need help over the last year, according to Phil Abundance. So the Fans Feeding Families program, and Wheels and I are both wearing the pin.
I have mine too. And
Brandy has hers on. The cost has been $5, and proceeds are going to Phil Abundance.
Right.
I mean, it's huge.
That $5 pin, just so people know, if you haven't brought food for the food drive today, you can buy a pin for $5. That provides 10 meals alone just by the purchase of that one little pin.
That's
it
great.
Makes a big difference.
And during the course of this homestand, folks have told me, Wheels, that the pin has been one of the hottest items for sale, which is pretty neat, too.
Absolutely. With the combination of the tent event and the pins, they estimated between 45 and 50,000 meals will be provided. The pins were a huge success.
Randy, with all the things you and Roy could get involved in, and the players are great with the Phillies and have been for years with their efforts in the community, why did you decide to do this?
We've always been involved with food drives, food banks in our area. I love the fact that this is such a simple thing to do.
That ball's hit well to straightaway center field, and Raul Ibanez has just hit a home run to give the Phillies a 1-0 lead. Pretty good spot to watch the home run.
I got a good seat all of a sudden.
Right into the ivy. That ivy's been pushed around a little bit on this homestand. It's a pretty sweet swing.
Yeah, he really got a good swing at that. About belt high, looked like maybe a fastball. And Raul hits it out. That anytime player hits a ball at the dead center field like that, that's a good swing.
So 1-0 Phillies. Bob Pinto, you've just won $100 courtesy of Raul in the McDonald's home run jackpot. So Brian Schneider's now the hitter, and he takes for a strike. It's 0-1. But Brandy, you were saying about getting involved in this and how important it was.
Yeah, it takes such a small effort to make such a huge impact on the community. And I think with food drives, no matter what we collect, it's a benefit, it's a profit. Somebody is going to benefit from that, and I love that type of a return on your hard work and your time. It feels good to do something that people absolutely need. And there is a huge need in this area. There's 65,000 people every week that just Phil Abundance helps to feed. 900,000 people a day are facing hunger issues in the Delaware Valley. So it is important for our community to stand behind this amazing company and feed these people out there. It's an easy thing to do.
Well, and since the initiative was put in place about a month or so, 152,000 meals have been put together. That's a tremendous number.
Yeah, and today for the event that we put together here, to be able to put 50,000 more meals on a table somewhere, it's so impressive. That doesn't count the food that anybody brought or the online donations. So it's amazing. We wanted to be a part of this, and we're really proud to be a part of it.
2 balls and 2 strikes the count to Brian Schneider with 1 out here at the bottom of the second. Phillies are on top 1-0. Brandy Halliday is joining us up here in the booth talking about the Fans Feeding Families initiative, which has come to a close today, but will continue on beyond today, beyond the ballpark. And you can go to philabundance.org and find out more ways that you can get involved with Phil Abundance. You could also go to the Halliday Family Foundation website to find out more ways to get involved as well. And that's the good part, is folks just getting involved more and more. Absolutely.
And we're going to have another food drive in September. Hoping I can also get some food drives down in spring training time too, and continue through next year. This is something that we want to be a part of continually. Just because the event is over today, hunger doesn't end today. There are still going to be hungry people tomorrow, and we still have that obligation as a community to try and help as much as we can. So we're going to do our best to raise some awareness for Phil Abundance.
Outside, 3-2. Well, Roy took pictures today with all of the folks that were there, the group photos, and I know that they were thrilled by that opportunity.
Yeah. There was one little boy I spoke to in particular who was just so cute. And it's always the kids that touch me that get so tickled.
And he realizes that he has that kind of impact on those kids, too, which is kind of neat.
Roy, he's shy and he's quiet, and he always looks so serious out here, but his heart is very soft for the kids. He loves the kids, and I think he feels comfortable with the kids often more times than the adults. So
I know you guys went to Phil Abundance last week. What was that like?
It was amazing. And like I said, we've been involved with other food banks and things in the past. This is such an advanced program. They really have it together, and they're putting every penny to good use.
Brandon Wood makes the catch. Michael Martinez is retired. Brandy, congratulations on a great effort. I hope it continues. And if there's anything we can do, you let us know.
I appreciate it very much.
All right. Brandy Halliday joining us up here in the booth. Again, go to philabundance.org or phillies.com/feedingfamilies for more information on this initiative. question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information. And please submit your answer on the subject line. Wheels on October 18th, 1973. I had to get my months right there. The Pirates traded Dave Cash to the Phillies for what pitcher? You got that one? You sure?
Yeah.
He's nodding yes. The answer will be revealed in the 7th inning.
Not a popular trade in Philadelphia at the time.
Dave Cash was fun to watch. He was fun to watch, though.
AC was his nickname for always cool.
Oh, he was fun to watch.
Oh, he could hit.
Turned out to be a very good player for the Phillies.
He and Boa tell a great story. Dave Cash could hit anybody's fastball, Tommy. And he's hitting first and Boa's hitting second. And they're facing the Mets at Shea. And Seaver's the pitcher that night. So Cash tells Boa, man, I'm going up there and I'm swinging at that first pitch. I know he's throwing me a fastball and I'm just going to smoke it. And Cash could really, really hit anybody's fastball. So Boa tells the story. First pitch fastball, Tom Seaver. Dave swings and misses it. He turns around to Boa and he says, this man is bringing it. And I think he struck out like 14 or 15 that night. Oh, just to hear Bo tell that story. And you ask Cash about it.
That ball sliced foul down the right field line.
Yeah, I asked Dave about it, and he says, oh, yeah. He says, I was all ready to just jump all over it. He said he threw it right by me. He said, I had a bad feeling about that game.
This man
is bringing it, he said.
But he liked playing with Dave Cash, Boa?
Oh, he loved it. Oh, those two were really tight. They were great friends, a good double play combination. And Dave brought an attitude, a winning attitude here. With, of course, the yes we can stuff. And when Dave got here, the Phillies really turned the corner a little bit towards their great teams of 76, 7, and 8.
Kind of solidified the middle too with Boone, Boa, Cash, and Gary Maddox eventually in center.
Right. Dave was a 700 at bat guy during the season. He didn't walk. He just swung, and he could really hit. And was a fun guy to be around too because he loved the game and was so positive.
Jeff Karstens is the hitter with one out. Worley's struck out the last 5 batters he's faced, and he delivers a strike to Karstens. Karstens hitting 114 on the year. He has 4 hits in 35 at bats. At the knees, 0-2. Talk about bringing it. He is bringing the strikes today.
Yeah. Well, he has come out throwing his slider as well today as we've seen him all year. Had a good changeup at times too, but his slider is outstanding today.
And there it is.
It's a strikeout pitch for him, both to right and left-handed hitters.
Try to sneak one on the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-2. Worley's fastball will generally top out 91.
Yeah.
Today it's been 88, 89, and it's hit 90 a couple times. There's a liner foul.
Hey, you don't know about velocity, how important it is to a guy like Worley. It's obviously an important part to use your other stuff. And, you know, conceivably, he's had a lot of innings in his last 2 starts, and they want to build him up, but you know he could have a little bit of a dead arm with his fastball today, and he's using his slider more.
Here's the 1-2 to Karstens. Ground ball towards shortstop. Nice easy hop for Jimmy Rollins, and there are 2 outs. So the strikeout string is over, but he has 2 outs here in the 3rd. Sheldon and Leonard can tell you anything about quantum physics, but when it comes to everyday life on Earth, they are lost in the cosmos. TV's funniest comedy, The Big Bang Theory, is coming to PHL 17 weeknights, premiering September 19th. 2 outs for Xavier Paul, who grounded one or bunted one back toward the mound, fielded by Worley just to the right of the hill. His first time up. Mentioned that Worley is among the leaders in a number of categories for rookie pitchers. He leads an earned run average, which is now at 1.95. He also is second in victories, his 7, second to Dylan G of the New York Mets, who's been really good. And he is second, he's fifth in innings pitched. A lot of folks are saying that he should be in the discussion for Rookie of the Year, and he'll probably be in the discussion. It's just going to be hard to wrestle away from a couple of the offensive guys as Paul lines one up the middle. Guys like Freddie Freeman and Danny Espinosa. Espinosa leads in home runs and RBIs with 17 and 55, and Freeman leads in average, second in home runs and second in RBIs.
Yeah, really good offensive players this year up for Rookie of the Year. And a lot of times it's going to be tough for a pitcher to overcome that, especially a pitcher who's been up and down a little bit the way the Worley was early in the year.
Garrett Jones grounded out his first time up. Swing and a miss and a slider. It's 0-1. Now Dylan G, who is also in the quote-unquote conversation, has the 10 wins. His earned run average, though, at 3.69. So that may take, which isn't bad.
No.
But that may take him out of the conversation because it's, it's a little higher.
The way it's going right now, if it were to end, it'd be tough to take it to anybody other than Freddie Freeman.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Especially what he's done for that team.
But it's nice to have a rookie contribute, like the Phillies have had from Worley and Dominic Brown and Michael Martinez this year.
Got to have some young players. This is a very veteran team, but and a little bit of an older team. You got to have some younger guys do that stuff to be successful.
Off the end of the bat, shallow right field. Here comes Hunter Pence, and he makes the catch. Side is retired. No runs. 1 hit, 1 man left. Worley's through 3. We go to the bottom of the third. He'll get a chance to lead things off for the Phils. Anheuser-Busch, smooth Busch beer and easy drinking Busch Light. By Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. And by the Quality Plus Ford stores. A couple of guys enjoying a Sunday afternoon off, at least to start. Placido Polanco, who's back off the DL and played yesterday. And Carlos Ruiz. Vance Worley leads it off here in the third and is swinging a miss at the first pitch from Karstens.
One thing about Worley is he doesn't have a whole lot of hits yet, but this guy, it shows the potential that he could be a decent hitter, and he likes to hit. Look at that rip he takes there. That's one of those things that'll get the other dugout's attention right away. So that's no pitcher's hack up there. Doesn't mean you can't get him out or that he's a good hitter or anything like that. But for a pitcher, he's going to get some hits.
Well, there you go. Right through the hole on the left side.
Just like the way he swings the bat and the way how aggressive he is. And you just know that he's going to help himself. That was a little slider and managed to hit that ball through the hole after a fastball. Here it is, makes a mistake with a slider, a little bit too much of the plate there for Carson's. Good job by Vance. Hits it hard. They're playing him up the middle, thinking, well, this is a pitcher. He's not going to pull the ball. And he did.
Rollins bunted his way on his first time up. Rollins with 13 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Towards center field, McCutchen over toward left center is under it, makes the catch. Now the Phillies have sold out 100, and today would be 82 consecutive games. Well, don't miss out on your chance to come to the ballpark on a little more consistent basis next year. Phillies are accepting applications and deposits for 2012 season tickets to go on the waiting list. Go to Phillies.com, go to the tickets section for more information. It is never too early to start thinking about 2012.
And rarely does a pitcher lead off the inning and teams don't score runs. Jimmy right there trying to make something happen that hits the fly ball so they get a quick out. We'll see if they're able to make something happen. The reason for that, of course, is he leads off. There's nobody out, and now you have the top of the order coming up, and you almost it seems like it produces.
Worley's not being held on by Overbay over at first. He's behind him. The 1-0 pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Fanatic is getting somebody up.
What an act.
That was funny.
He is good.
Poor guy didn't know what was coming. Ground ball right side. Overbay ranges. He makes a nice play to get Worley at second. So 2 outs. Victorino takes over for Worley at first.
Karsten has a lot of movement on his pitches, and you can see why he's successful right now, and he's locating them well.
Wheels, here we go again. Justin Verlander has a no-hitter through 5. Ooh. Tigers lead the Angels 2-0.
A lot of no-hitter alerts when that guy pitches him.
It's amazing. Nolan Ryan was that way.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, there have been others who have been that way during the course of their career.
There was a guy when he first started out with the Pirates name, and he pitched here named Jose De Leon. He used to, it was amazing how many times he would go deep into games with no hitters, and I don't think he ever did pitch one. But Nolan Ryan was a guy, sure, every time, and many years ago when Sandy Koufax would go out there, you would think this guy could pitch a no hitter any time.
Utley popped out to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1. He's ahead 1 ball, no strikes with Victorino at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And he takes outside 2-0.
Carson's doing a really good job right now and has 1 more hitter to go to prevent what we were talking about, how as you see Chase right there with a 2-0 count. Good numbers. How many times when a pitcher leads off the inning with a hit, teams score.
And it's not like he's throwing an overwhelming amount of pitches either. He's only thrown 35, and there are 2 outs here in the 3rd.
Right. Well, he got Jimmy Rollins on the first pitch after that to hit the fly ball to center. So that's take a deep breath time for a pitcher. And then he got Victorino on the weak ground ball to first.
Utley takes low, 3-0.
Great time to steal with not necessarily 3-0, but with Victorino on at 2 outs.
Oh, Greg Dobbs, RBI double. Marlins have taken a 2-1 lead over Atlanta. First time in the series the Marlins have led over the Braves.
It was supposed to be Nolasco and Hansen today.
I believe that's who it is. There goes Victorino swinging a ground ball to first, gobbled up by Overbay. So Utley gets the green light on 3-0, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit. That leadoff base hit by Vance Worley doesn't bother Jeff Karstens. Worley goes back to work as we go to the fourth. Prices you'll love, like Avery labels with exclusive True Block technology. Who but WB Mason? 3 in the books. We head to the fourth. Phillies lead at 1-0 thanks to Raul Ibanez's home run. It's the 13th home run during this 10-game homestand for the Phillies. Vance Worley so far has allowed only 2 hits, a double by Andrew McCutchen and a single by Xavier Paul. He's also struck out 5. Brian Schneider's done a nice job behind the plate managing Worley through the first 3 innings. In all honesty, Brian Schneider's done a nice job in each of Worley's last 3 starts, counting this one. And overall, when he's filling in for Carlos Ruiz. I think it's hard sometimes, Sarge, for a backup catcher to get into any kind of rhythm, but when Schneider's out there, he seems to be getting into a rhythm defensively.
Well, he sure has. And not only that, you can see Vance likes to throw to him. They feel very comfortable with this battery. So it gives Schutz a day off on a day where he's played, which is nothing wrong with that.
Slider outside, 2-1. Mick Billmeyer, who's the Phillies bullpen coach and their catching instructor, was talking the other day about Schneider and how well he's handled the pitchers when he's out there. You know, we just saw what his record was. The record popped down, and Mick said he's been impressed with about what Schneider's done, his preparation, how he's gotten better throwing behind the plate. He still thinks that he can get better, but just how comfortable he seems to be in his second year now with the Phillies.
Yeah, well, veteran catcher, he has been around, so he kind of knows. Well, the good thing, though, he looks forward to when Vance is pitching because he knows he's got a good chance to be playing that day.
That seems to be how it's rolled out there. But he's out there when Vance has been pitching the last couple starts. Ruiz caught Worley when he was in New York to open the second half.
And then with the success, too, that Vance is having with Snyder, sometimes you get a little superstitious.
Low ball 3-2. Neil Walker on deck. Line drive toward left field, right at Ibanez. 1 away. Ball was hit hard, but it was hit to the right spot. Well, it's time to take a look at our Mazda League leaders. Best winning percentage on the weekend. The Phillies, we said they're a blue-collar team. Really good during the week, but on the weekend, second best record behind the Boston Red Sox. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Sarge. No holiday weekends included. No Mondays or anything.
Glad you clarified that. All those teams, however, are doing very well in their respective division.
What do you think that guy's thinking?
Well, he's waiting for some cold weather for one.
It's not even that it's a light color either. It's black. It's going to attract the sun even more. Maybe he's trying to drop a few lbs. Maybe he's got a big wrestling match coming up. He's trying to get down to weight.
Maybe so. True Pirate fan, however.
There has to be an explanation there. 2 balls and no strikes the count to Walker. Up high, 3-0. Walker struck out his first time up. 0 for 1. One of 5 strikeouts for Worley this afternoon.
See whether or not he'll be swinging 3-0.
He's taken all the way, and he takes a strike on the inside corner.
That's what you want to do, though. If you take a pitch, you want to take it like you're going to hit it. You follow the ball all the way through. Therefore, you get something out of it. Just don't just take it and kind of step away.
Well, now Worley's come back, and it's full 3-2.
It's one of the things he's been able to do very well in his starts, and that is that when he is behind, he's been able to throw quality strikes. Not just balls right down the middle, but he's been able to still work on the edges.
Ground ball to first. That was a good pitch. He kind of tied him up. Howard takes it to the bag himself. There are 2 outs. That fastball, we talked about that two-seamer that kind of runs back over the inside part of the plate. If you don't throw it properly to a left-hander, they could really drill it. But if you throw it toward the hip a little bit and boom, it comes back, then you'll get the out like that.
Yeah, right on the inside where you tie his hands up. That's what he did on there. And if it goes too far out, then they're able to get extended. That's when the ball goes a long way.
Pedro Alvarez struck out his first time up. Phillies lead on a home run by Raul Ibanez. At the knees, 1-1.
Well, as a player, when you're playing on a day like today, you have a full house. Just gives you some extra adrenaline, especially for the home players. And the visiting players, they enjoy it too because they get a full house.
Well, the Pirates guys have talked about their crowds this year and how they're up. You know, the sellouts are up, and how that has been invigorating. And I would think even coming from Atlanta, where they don't draw anywhere near the way they draw here, to a team that's vying for a playoff spot like they are, it's probably gets things moving a little bit. Michael Martinez into foul territory, and the side is retired. Turns out to be a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Vance Worley. We've played 3.5. It's on to the bottom of the 4th. 4, 5, and 6 is due up for the Phillies. by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for amazingly low office product prices? Oh, it's a nice day all the way around the Delaware Valley, whether it be along the Delaware or inside Citizens Bank Park. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ryan Howard leads it off. Howard struck out his first time up. He takes a curve for a strike.
Well, you can see the adjustment yesterday. Just about all fastballs. And he's been getting breaking balls and off-speed pitches.
Doing a little dance right there. He's rocking back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, trying to remind himself to stay back.
There's an off-speed pitch.
He's got them all. They've been all off-speed pitches. 3-2. That showed you exactly what they were going to be doing today. And that was a changeup.
He got the fastball, but it's inside. 2-2. Well, you watch what Ryan did yesterday with all those fastballs. You're always surprised that a team would throw him that many fastballs. You know, they wouldn't throw him more of this stuff, but I guess the pitcher controls that, because if he's not in the strike zone, then he can't throw them.
Yeah, and remember, too, all pitchers don't have a real good breaking ball. There's some pitchers that have to throw their fastball more.
Chopper toward the mound. Karstens casually grabs it, one away. So one gone here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll bring Hunter Pence to the plate. Pence popped up his last time up. Talked last night that Hunter Pence wasn't sure what kind of spikes he was going to wear, because, you know, his hadn't arrived yet, or his new red ones hadn't arrived yet. Would you say, Sarge, that sometimes you spray paint them when you don't have your spikes?
I don't know which one of the guys did it, but need to get some more red paint, don't you think? I mean, come on, guys.
I think they did the best they could, Sarge. A little black in there, a little red paint.
It's terrible.
At the knees, 1-1. Said last night, taking the field here, he said the fans were giving him chills. He said, I can't even begin to explain it. It's surreal. It was awesome. Had an RBI in his final at bat. Opposite way. That'll slice foul.
I'll say one thing. He does have very quick hands, which has enabled him to wait, although he is a free swinger, meaning that that ball close to the zone, if he thinks he can reach it, whether or not it's a strike or not, he's going to be swinging at it.
He's in some good company,
I would say,
for his career with the Astros. 5th all-time with a .290 career average. Breaking ball nubbed up the first base line. This is yesterday as he took the field for the first time. He greeted Jimmy Rollins, then Greg Gross came over, waved to the folks at the Diamond Club. This is the reaction from the fans as he came out of the field. This is what he was talking about, how he was given some chills. He walked out to right field, or trotted out to right field. That was a great reaction as he's waving to the fans. That is a long foul ball.
Wow. Well, indeed, it does give you chills, too. And, you know, like he said, he's coming to a baseball city. They know baseball as he gets in front of a breaking ball. But see how quick, though, his back gets through that zone?
Fouls a fastball away. It remains 1-2.
It's a stance that you're not going to copy because, again, he will be off balance. But it's just his style of play. Just the way he plays, just the way he swings.
Down on strike, so there are 2 outs.
Filthy.
That's a good pitch by Karstens. That's his second strikeout.
Slider, going to get most right-handed batters out. See that ball breaking away, and there's the off balance that I'm talking about. more of a fastball mode there. That pitch is going to get most people out.
Ibanez homered his only time up. That's the only run of the game. And he's right on Karstens. He fouls it off. Nice play.
Very aggressive, Ibanez have been, and aggressive on strikes. There's a tendency at times when he's going very good to swing at that high fastball because he thinks he can get on top of it.
No fastball there. Changeup. One ball and 2 strikes the count to Ibanez. Phillies are going to wrap up this month of July today with this final game. And offensively, it's been a very good month. It's been a good month for Karstens, too, from a pitching standpoint. 2-2 the count.
He doesn't throw the ball extremely hard, but I tell you what he does. He's able to hit his spots. Fastball counts, able to throw his off-speed pitches over, and consequently up here in the major leagues, if you can do that, you're going to have some success.
Ground ball up the first base line. It stays foul. And a called strike 3. That ball came back in the inner half, and Karstens works a 1-2-3 fourth. It's his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. We've completed 4. We go to the 5th with the Phillies up 1-0. Check out the Phillies Authentic Store at Citizens Bank Park. It's located on the main concourse behind Section 133. The store features authenticated game-used items and autographed memorabilia. New items are added each homestand. For a list of available items and more information, email merch, M-E-R-C-H, at phillies.com. A couple of things that are there, including some game-used baseball bats, plus some autographed items that were game-used. This is a small sample of what you can get. If there's a specific date, let's say that you came to the ballpark that you want to commemorate, you might be able to find that lineup card down there at the Authentic Store. We start the 5th, and Lyle Overbay fires one foul. It's 0-1. Sarge, we were mentioning before that Overbay's job status is in jeopardy right now because of the acquisition of Derek Lee by the Pirates. Must be a difficult day for him to be out there, knowing that Lee is going to arrive tomorrow in Pittsburgh to probably take over first base.
Yeah, well, when you look at his stats there, only 226 average. He's had plenty of time, over 349 mere at-bats. But you're right, he'll probably be pinch hitting, I would think, or coming off the bench every now and then, being able to go in for Derek Lee. Because they're both pretty good defensive players. Just not getting enough production from the first baseman there. 35 ribbies. That's a home run hitting park that he plays in Pittsburgh.
Swing and a miss. Overbay is the 6th strikeout victim of the day for Worley. One out here in the 5th. Now, do you think the Pirates, and I haven't asked any of them, Pirates have talked about Derek Lee not coming here to Philadelphia, even though he was only in New York. You know, they're in the heat of a pennant race. I mean, Hunter Pence got here quickly. You know, Carlos Beltran got to Philadelphia quickly from Cincinnati to play for the Giants. You know, as a player, would you be surprised by that?
Oh, absolutely. You'd be surprised because you'd want that player to get there as soon as they possibly could.
Single by Brandon Wood.
It is a strong fraternity, and once he gets there, they're going to welcome him. But again, they're good players. They want him to get there to try and help out as soon as you possibly can.
Yeah, and you know, Derek Lee's a great guy. We all know that. You know him very well. The Orioles were in New York. It just was odd that he didn't come right down here, get in the lineup, get in there and get ready to roll. And you know, maybe there were some other circumstances that caused him not to be here, but I would think he'd want to get into the pennant race as soon as possible.
Well, you're absolutely right. Maybe he's not all that happy about going in to Pittsburgh, but from where he is in Baltimore, the way they've been playing, I get to Pittsburgh quick.
Well, he certainly is going to help over at first if he's healthy. We mentioned before, he has 12 homers this year, 41 runs batted in. He's hitting .298 since the All-Star break. And for his career, 324 home runs. But again, it's if he's healthy, if his back is healthy. And there's a strike to Eric Fryer. 2-1 the count. Brandon Woods over at first. Swing and a miss. Boy, that fastball had some late cut up. 2-2.
Hides the ball well. Another reason he becomes difficult to hit. Doesn't continually throw the ball in the same spot. Inside, outside, up high, down. A little bit of a breaking ball, a cutter he'll throw.
Well, they've gone to the bottom of the 7th, and Justin Verlander still is throwing a no-hitter. It's 2-0 Detroit. Threw a no-hitter earlier this year against the Toronto Blue Jays. 3-2 the count to Fryer. Popped up over toward the Pirates dugout. And Schneider runs out of room. It's a TV show about making a TV show, and it's coming to this TV station. Philly's own Tina Fey stars in the Emmy Award-winning comedy 30 Rock. Weeknights premiering September 19th right here on PHL 17. So 3 balls and 2 strikes the count to Eric Fryer. He's the 8-hitter for the Pirates. Ground ball toward the hole. That'll be through, a base hit. So Pittsburgh has 2 on for the first time today. And the pitcher's spot is due up.
Well, he got his ground ball, but just right in the hole.
All right, as a manager, if you're Clint Hurdle, what does Karstens do here? Does he try to bunt the guys up to second and third? Does he swing away?
I'm trying to bunt, trying to get the guys over for the leadoff hitter. Well, they've been doing a lot of other little fake bunting. and swinging the bat. Slug bunt, they call it. Well, you put the bat right out in front, then you bring it back at the last moment and try and hit that ball and keep it on the ground.
Is that what you would do if you were managing right now?
No, I'd be bunting all the way. Okay, wanted him to bunt the ball to the third baseman, to Martinez, so his only play would be to first base.
So get this guy out of the way. Put two in scoring position for Xavier Paul.
Exactly.
There you go. He bunts it foul. There's Nick Leyva laying down the signs, former Phillies manager. Corners pinching in. Karstens bunts it in the air, foul. And it's 0-2. Give him one more shot.
Oh, this is when it becomes tricky again. If I'm the manager, I'm going to go on and let him bunt again. With man on right now, just don't want to take a chance on a double play.
Oh, he squares again. A breaking ball low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's Clint Hurdle. Celebrated his birthday yesterday, firing down the signs to Nick Leyva. Bunts it, and it's a good one over toward the left side. Worley off the mound. Throws out Karstens. So Clint Hurdle decides with 2 strikes to have Karstens continue to sacrifice. And he gets the job done. Second and third now for the top of the order. Worley's allowed a base hit to Paul. That was his last time up. He also retired him when Paul tried to bunt his way on. Delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Brandon Wood leads off third. Eric Fryer leads off second. Opposite way. Ibanez moving over. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 runs will score. It's the second hit of the day for Paul. And the Pirates take a 2-1 lead. Oh, a bloop over toward the line. And for Paul, RBI is 14 and 15. So having the pitcher bunt, which is usually the right play, pays off for the Pirates.
Yeah, a little inside out swing. No chance at all for Ibanez to catch that ball. That ball out kind of in no man's land. Easy for the runner at second to be able to cross the plate.
That'll bring Garrett Jones to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out. He's also popped out. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Worley in his last outing against the Giants allowed 2 runs, but he won that one 7-2. That one's a short left. Here comes Ibanez. He'll put it away. Side is retired. But the Pirates do score 2. With 2 outs, they get a base hit by Xavier Paul. They'll go back to work with the Pirates having the lead by 1. We'll be collecting new and gently used baseball and softball equipment to benefit Pitch In for Baseball, an organization that provides equipment to deserving communities both in Philadelphia and around the globe. Donations may be made at any of the entrance gates. Fans donating will have a chance to receive an autographed item. Phillies will take on the Washington Nationals that day. Jeff Karstens has the lead as we start the fifth. He'll face the bottom third of Brian Schneider, Michael Martinez, and Vance Worley. Schneider grounded out to short, his only time up, and he lines one toward right. If it's fair, it's extra bases. That's a fair ball. And Schneider will cruise into second with a leadoff double. Nice way to start this fifth inning for the Phillies.
This ball here finally smoked out over the plate. Schneider yanks that ball into right field. Easy double.
And he's safe at second, Sarge. Safe and secure with New York Life. Fourth double of the year for Schneider. Martinez the hitter. As it turns out, Martinez has not been a slouch in RBI situations, particularly this month. He has 19 runs batted in overall, 15 here in the month of July.
Wow.
Hits it the opposite way. It's a base hit. Schneider will stop at third. You got to make sure that ball got through. So first and third with nobody out. And a similar situation here where Worley's strolling to the plate, and they'll probably ask him to bunt Martinez to second, Sarge. Is that right?
I would think so. I mean, that's exactly what I would do. Try and get him over in scoring position and try and get a hit and take that lead again.
Worley did single his first time up.
And I haven't seen us use that safety play or the safety squeeze there where he bunts the ball. The runner at third base will actually read it and see whether or not he can score.
Now you have a runner over third that's not gifted with a whole lot of speed.
Well, that's true.
Worley squares, bunts it toward the right side. That's a dandy of a bunt. Karstens looks at first. Up to second goes Michael Martinez. You know, in reality, if they did have the safety squeeze on, he would have scored.
Well, there's no doubt about it, because again, you're just coming down and you're reading it to see exactly where it goes. That ball bunted more line drive like, but no chance for anyone to catch it. If he was going or reading it, yeah, he could score on that. But you know, the proper play, getting that runner in the scoring position. Take a look at it now. He bunts it perfectly in no man's land there, and he takes a little quick peek, throws the ball to first base.
Rollins now has a chance with runners at second and third and one out. Phillies trail it by one. A base hit, and Martinez should be able to score, particularly with how deep the outfielders are.
Well, you want anything except for the ball right back to the pitcher, or obviously, you know, a pop-up or strikeout.
Yeah, because the infield's back all the way around. A ball, particularly toward the middle of the diamond on the ground, will score Schneider from third. This has indeed been a good run for Rollins.
Get yourself a good pitch up to 2 strikes.
There's a good pitch. He's going to line it into right center field. Read perfectly by Martinez. He'll be right on the heels of Schneider. It's a 2-run base hit for Rollins, and the Phillies retake the lead.
Wow. Good clutch hitting there by J. Rowe, coming up with 2 RBI. First pitch fastball. He picked on, but that ball right out over the plate. Take a look at it, short and quick, as he actually holds that swing back. See how he stays back and then unloads on it? Ball goes right in for that base hit into right field. Martinez reading the ball all the way. Didn't even have to look back. That's good base running when you see that.
So 3-2 Phillies, and still one man down. Victorino, who's 0 for 2. He's hit a tapper to the first baseman over Bay in both appearances today.
That's the way you like the answer. The opposition score, you want to come right back on them. That's what the fighting Phils have done here.
Victorino takes strike one. It's 0-1. So Worley's sacrifice punt put Martinez into scoring position. Martinez scored right behind Schneider as the Phillies have picked up 3 hits against Karstens in this 5th inning. Karstens asked for a new baseball. Chase Utley's on deck. Vance Worley will have an opportunity to throw a shutdown inning in the top of the 6th. Jeff Karstens has not been able to do it here, and these are 2 of the teams that are within the top 5 in baseball in that category.
You know, and those are big too, and they're big because when you shut down that opposition, you keep the momentum right on your side. Not only that, you discourage the team you're playing on when you continue to have them put up zeros, and especially after you've scored.
1 ball, 1 strike to count to Victorino. Time is called. I think it was Fryer, the catcher, that called time.
Well, Victorino should call time. I mean, you just don't want to stand in that batter's box and have that pitcher hold the ball. That sign comes from the dugout. Especially when you have a fast runner on, they'll tell them just to hold the ball.
There goes Rollins. A pitch out. The throw to second sails a little bit, and Rollins is out. It sailed right toward the base path, and I think they got Rollins on the foot. That wasn't a great pitch to handle on a pitch out. He was very deep when he handled it.
Yeah, and he did it actually late. Was a high throw. Thought maybe he might have been able to be in there. Still, though, you like him to be aggressive in running. Now, he's getting down. Let's see if you can. Yeah, he is.
Good call.
Make another look at it as he comes kind of off the bag, and he got him in good fashion there before he even came on the bag there as he slides right across.
Outside, ball 4. So a base runner for Utley as the inning stays alive. That's only the 5th time Rollins has been caught this year.
Well, you like that, though. You just put pressure on them. I mean, continue to put pressure on them. That's how you beat the teams like the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I agree with you on that, Sarge. And I'm not a proponent of just running ragged. But when you get your guys on like Victorino and Rollins,
you got to go.
Push it.
Got to go if your game's tied, or even if you're down. You got to continue your game, and they have a running game, especially those 2 players, Jay Rowan along with Shane Victorino.
Utley thought Victorino might take off on that first pitch. He takes it for ball 1. That wasn't a strike on the swing. They're saying it's a called strike.
That's why Chase is saying, what? That's a good pitch.
Angel Hernandez behind the plate.
Well, the way he took it, I'm thinking the ball's inside and going to continue. Well, borderline there, but I thought it was low. Did catch some of the plate.
Line drive, base hit to right field. Victorino stops at second. Florida has added to its lead 3-1 over the Braves. Mike Stanton has an RBI. Ricky Nolasco against Tommy Hanson. And Ryan Howard has a chance to extend this lead.
The thing you like about it now is that he's starting to come up with more men on base, more chances he gets when he catches those home runs. You're talking 3-run home runs, 2-run home runs. Just got to have men on base, and these guys will be getting on base. Chase starting to swing a whole lot better now.
Howard's 0 for 2 in today's ball game. Hit a tapper back to the mound. Takes a curveball on the outside corner, according to Angel Hernandez. Well, that's productive right there. Lays off a breaking ball. 1-1 the count.
A little smarter here, this at bat, as he lays off with a changeup. All 3 of those pitches so far have been off-speed pitches.
Two and 1 the count to Howard. In the air to right field. Back it up on a Garrett Jones. He has some room. He makes the catch. You want to talk about top spin? That's exactly what happened to Ryan Howard on that fly ball. But the Phillies do retake the lead. It could have been a little bit more if Ryan Howard was a half an inch lower with his swing. He thought he might have a chance. At that point, he thought, I better start running. The Phillies lead it by 1, 3-2. High Valley, Reading, Lakewood, and Williamsport. Go to Phillies.com/minor leagues for more information on when those teams are playing. There's some great venues that you can take in, particularly as the Phillies go on this 10-day road trip. And speaking of the Phillies minor league system, let's take a look at the Phillies Kia minor league players of the week. Juwan James, the kid was drafted as a pitcher by the Phillies, and he obviously is a hitter now, an outfielder. Hit 400 during this week. Austin Hyatt, well, he was 2-0 this week with 16 strikeouts and 13 innings of work.
Wow.
We go to the top of the 6th. The Phillies now have a 1-run lead again, 3-2. And it'll be Andrew McCutchen, Neil Walker, Pedro Alvarez. Hutchins swings at the first pitch. Utley backpedaling. It's short right. 1 away.
Well, you notice how Pence doesn't even come in, let him hear those footsteps. That's what you want to do as a fielder, especially once you see the infielder that has the ball. No sense in coming up behind them and having any kind of miscue.
Pence plays a deeper right field than, let's say, Dominic Brown or Jason Worth. Is that to get used to the park again, Sarge?
Well, he is awful deep there. I'd like him to be able to play a little more shallow. Therefore, you can take away some of those line drive potential base hits.
Neil Walker's 0 for 2.
From where he is, though, shouldn't be many balls that would get over his head, because if it does, it should be out of the ballpark from where he is.
Well, he certainly has shown one of the best arms in baseball since he was brought up by the Astros. This year he has 9 outfield assists. That's tops in the National League. And we've seen him cover a lot of ground when he's been out in right field or even center field for the Astros.
Yeah. And if the coaches are thinking he's too deep, they'll bring him in on certain hitters.
1-1 the count to Neil Walker. Fastball hit off the end of the bat, off the glove of Rollins. Ball was hit sharply, even though it was off the end, and it'll be a base hit. And that'll bring Pedro Alvarez to the plate. That's only the 6th hit that's been scattered by Vance Worley. Sarge, got a fan in the house. Is that the retro jersey? Did you give that out to somebody?
No, they sell those here, Tom.
You sure about that?
Well, pretty positive. I was walking by and saw some hats that were there, just going around and seeing what merchandise is where.
The Mitchell and Ness Alley store out in Ashburn Alley. That's where you can get the retro jerseys that Sarge is talking about.
I can get you 1 or 2 of those if you need them.
Yeah, give me 2 of them.
Yeah, I'll get you 1. Yeah.
Give me home and away.
Okay. All right.
On the inside corner. That's a good spot. It's 0-2.
Although I think they're trying to save money on me. I just have the home ones. I don't think I have the away ones. You know, the ones with the stripes on them, the one I was wearing on Friday night.
I know which one you're talking. I think I've seen the road one. The baby blues?
Yeah. I've seen Larry's in there. I haven't seen a lot of the other ones.
Swing and a miss. Alvarez is rung up. 7 strikeouts for Worley this afternoon. There are 2 outs here in the 6th.
Well, good old-fashioned fastball, but the location and the movement on it. You got to like the way he comes off that mound when he throws his pitches. I mean, he means business out there. And why not, when you've had that kind of success, feel that you can throw your balls in any spot?
Lyle Overbay's 0 for 2. 7 strikeouts today for Worley. Ties his season and career high. He had 7 against the Nationals earlier this year. Oh, and 1 the count to Overbay. Boy, he really changed speeds nicely on that one.
Well, that's what he's been able to do, and that's what makes you a good pitcher in the major leagues, being able to have that changeup, not just throwing your fastball. Sure, it's good to have a good fastball, but more importantly, you got to be able to spot the ball and those off-speed pitches.
Here comes the 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Line drive toward right field. Pence going back, and that one is gone. And the Pirates have retaken the lead. Only the 4th home run allowed by Worley this year. And it's 4-3 Pittsburgh. And for Overbay, it's his 8th home run of the year.
I'll try to get that ball in, and when you don't, hitters get that extended. I didn't think he hit that ball all that well. See where the pitch is. See where that glove is there on the inside part of the plate. That's where he wants it. Now, that's what Tom was talking about. When that ball starts and then it goes out over the plate, that's when you have your problem.
Rich Doobie went to the phones. They'll start to get somebody loosened up. as Wood takes inside. It's only 4-3, but Worley is zeroing in on 100 pitches. Brandon Wood has a single and a run scored. He also struck out his first time up. First time giving up more than 2 earned runs in a game since the 29th of May when he got rattled around by the Mets and he allowed 5 earned runs. It's Perez who's throwing.
Well, the ball stays inside. It doesn't get hit. Moves back out over the plate. But that's what that two-seamer is. The hitter gives up on it. Would have been a strike.
Line drive caught by Michael Martinez over at third. Pretty good reactions on the back end side for Michael Martinez. And the side is retired. The Pirates do retake the lead on a 2-run home run. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Pirates 4, Phillies 3. See your local Chevy dealer. Visit ChevyDealer.com. Buy Xfinity only from Comcast, the official HD triple play provider of the Phillies. Buy Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines new Rapid Rewards. Unlimited reward seats and no blackout dates. And buy Honda. See your Honda dealer. Discover the great values now being offered. Phillies trailed it by 1 going into the 5th. They retook the lead. Now they trail it by 1 going to the 6th. And Hunter Pence will lead it off. 0 for 2 this afternoon. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Pence really digging in, trying to get himself settled in against Karstens, who he was 8 for 19 against coming into this game. A lot of success against the Pirates this season, since the Pirates and the Astros are in the same division. Outside, 3-1. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Angels are on the board, not only with runs but also with a hit. Justin Verlander's bid for a no-hitter is done with. Now he's just trying to win the game. Meiser East Torres broke up the no-hit bid. That was apparently a very odd play in that game. And there's ball 4. Pence is aboard. A leadoff walk here in the 6th. An odd play in that game where Verlander had a ball back toward the mound. It didn't seem like he was going to be able to get the runner, but he overthrew first, and the runner was safe, and it turned out to be an error. That was before Each Torres got the hit that broke up the no-hitter. Those pitchers, Sarge, they try to do anything they can, huh?
Always trying to take advantage. But Verlander, though, he is one of those pitchers. Every time he goes to the mound, he can throw a no-hitter. And Rod Allen, one of their broadcasters in Detroit, says just that. Feels he's the best right-handed pitcher in baseball.
Ray Searage is buying some time. The Pirates are going to get some bullpen action. Not only did Fryer go out to talk to Karstens, but now Searage, after Fryer was headed back toward the plate, goes out to talk with him. With Ibanez up and Pence at first. Now Pence is a threat to run. He has stolen 7 bases this year. Chit-chatting with Lyle Overbay over at first. Ibanez is homer today. First Phillies player to hit 15 or more home runs since Joe Morgan at 16 back in '83 at 39 or older.
Wow.
That's when Morgan had that red hot September for you guys.
Yeah.
Throw over to first. Pence is back easily.
He could do it all, from being able to steal a base. Good defensive player Joe Morgan was, and obviously an extremely good hitter.
Up high, 1-0. Joe Morgan was up at the Hall of Fame last weekend when Pat Gillick was inducted, along with Roberto Alomar and Bert Blyleven. I understand Joe's going to be doing a new radio show in the future.
Really?
With some of the legends, as you call them, not veterans or retired players. Get some interviews with them. Off the end of the bat to right field, Garrett Jones staggers under it and makes the catch. 1 away.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he popped up just out in front of that a little bit.
Brian Schneider doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Each team with 7 hits. Overbay holds on Pence. Schneider grounds one right side. Walker, the second baseman's over, his only place to first. And there are 2 away. So Pence is in scoring position. Michael Martinez is due up. And you figure a pinch hitter after Martinez, because Brad Lidge is warming in the pen to take over for Vance Worley. There's the Pirates pen. Tony Watson is the lefty. Chris Resop is the right-hander. And Ben Francisco comes out of the on-deck circle. Martinez takes low and away. He has a hit today. Pence not really being watched over at second. He looks around to see where the fielders are. Martinez lays off, and it's 2-1.
Well, 2 outs. You should be able to score on any base hit. Don't have to look to see where the runners are. You just off and running the crack of the bat.
Change up, and it's 3-1. Karstens took a peek in. That Angel Hernandez, he thought that was over for a strike. Francisco waits on deck. And a ground ball to second base. Karsten's got Martinez to swing at his pitch off the outer edge, and he rolls over on it, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits. One man left in scoring position. We've completed 6. We go to the 7th with the Pirates on top 4-3.
Elvis in the house today. Thomas, we looked at the Verizon Wireless game summary, and the back and forth goes this one. Phillies did take the lead. Pirates took it back. Phillies took it back, and back again in favor of the Pirates on Lyle Overbase. 2-run home run, his 8th of the year. Jeff Carson's a solid 6. Vance Worley, they're ready to hit for him there if Michael Martinez had prolonged the inning, but he's back out there for the 7th. Phillies have a home run today from Brad Lidge is going to come into the ball game. Worley, they were going to hit for him, but they're going to bring Lidge into the game anyway and let him pitch 1 inning, bat straight up, and then hit for Lidge.
So 4th ball game for Lidge, 2 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. And here he is in the 7th to face the bottom of the Pirates order. It's Eric Fryer, the catcher, and then the pitcher spot. Karstens is out of the on-deck circle.
Parsons pitches deep into games for this team, and they expect him to do it here again this afternoon.
Fryer singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And the first pitch from Lidge. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That was a fastball. First time that Fryer's gotten a chance to see Lidge's slider. Slider's been pretty good. This time Fryer lays off. Lidge begins this season with 99 saves in a Phillies uniform. Whether he gets a chance to reach 100 or not, well, that'll remain to be seen. Phillies have guys that have performed so well in his absence that it'll be difficult to see him in that closer's role at any point, but they may give him a chance or two as he gets stronger as the year moves on. Ryan Matson's been very good in that role. So is Antonio Bastardo and Contreras before he got hurt. Inside, ball 4. Fastball that got away.
And you don't want to let this game get away right now. Pirates have pretty good pitching at the end of the game, especially. So, they already have the lead.
Well, these lucky fans are this afternoon's Citizens 7. They will each receive a prize pack, courtesy of Citizens Bank, which they're getting right there. Citizens Bank with the most 7-day branches in the Philadelphia area. To find a branch near you, visit citizensbank.com.
Phillies have had 5 4 or 5 chances to sweep series recently.
And a bunt by Carson's foul.
And have lost the last game of the series, the latest one being San Diego. So, you know, they don't want to let this one get away here today if they can avoid it. And they're only down by 1 run. Carson's put down a big bunt the last time up to set up 2-run single by Paul.
Okay, he's 0 for 1. That sacrifice bunt his last time up came with 2 strikes. Bunts it back toward the mound. And Lidge has a play at first, so what away. So 1-4 on the sacrifice. Up to second goes Fryer.
Yeah, 2 times he's been able to get the bunt down.
By the way, today I should say, Worley struck out 7 wheels. That ties his season high, career high. Of those 7 strikeouts, 6 were swinging strikeouts.
Yeah, he had kind of a strange day today. He pitched pretty well, but he made a couple of mistakes and got hurt a little bit. Especially, was that a fastball to Overbay?
Yeah,
a little down and in fastball to Overbay after he was ahead in the count.
Paul takes strike 1. I bring that up because the last time he pitched, he had no swings and misses
in the whole game.
Whole game,
which was amazing.
Another slider. Strike 2. That was a little slower than most that he's thrown. He was trying to get him to bite after another one. Fryer's over at second. Left center field, Ibanez and Victorino over to the alleyway. It's Victorino makes the catch, and there are 2 outs. Vance Worley retired the Pirates in order 2 different times this afternoon, and each time the Phillies do that, retire the opposing team 1, 2, 3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by the Xfinity HD Triple Play. It's your complete lineup for digital TV, lightning fast internet, and home phone. Now with 2 outs, Garrett Jones will bat. Perez was up and throwing in the pen. I thought maybe they'd go to him for Jones, but they'll let Lidge try to pitch to him, and he does get a strike. It's 0-1.
And they have Beimel out there. They're one of 2 left-handers available.
There's the bullpens. Pirates to the top, Phillies to the bottom. 20 minutes until the trade deadline, by the way, as Jones takes another cut. 0-2.
Somebody just told me out there that Adams went to Texas.
He did go to Texas. So they were trying for Heath Bell, but instead they settle for Mike Adams, which isn't a bad pitcher to settle for.
That's a good settle. Real good.
0-2 the count to Garrett Jones. Tried a backdoor slider, and it missed a little wide. It's 1-2. Wonder if Heath Bell's going to go anywhere now that Adams has been sent.
Yeah. Maybe not now. Maybe his asking price, I guess, is pretty high. Should be if you're the Padres. Well, he's just committed to this breaking ball right now. As Brad Lidge, as you mentioned, Tom, one of them a little bit slower, 2 different kinds, and you know, just not throwing the fastball much.
Been kind of a show me fastball.
Really has a good breaking ball, though, especially if he can throw 2 kinds.
There's the fastball outside at 90. McCutcheon's on deck. Two and 2 the count. Line drive, base hit it to right center field. Fryer's going to score. The Pirates are going to add to their lead. Jones heading to second. He'll get there easily. An RBI double. It's 5-3 Pittsburgh. First run of the year allowed by Lidge.
Looks like you got that one down and in a little bit. And that's, you know, we're left-handed hitter. Where Overbay hit his ball, left-handed hitters just love the ball down and in. Yep, there it is. Just drop the bat head on it. He can hit it hard in that spot.
McCutcheon's 1 for 3. Jones with his 17th double of the year. Another slider outside, 1-0.
Have Walker on deck, and he's a much better left-handed hitter than right. So this will be Lidge's last hitter, you would think, if McCutcheon gets on. There's Neil Walker. More power, especially from the left side.
Perez warming up in the pen. He's ready to go. And the 3-1 pitch coming to McCutcheon. Fastball. He got the green light. Was that a yeah, it was a fastball. 86 was a little lower than what he had been throwing earlier in the inning. Little cue shot that'll stay foul.
Broke his back because he hit it right on the end of it. And now's where you really think he'll throw a 3-2 slider. 22 pitches, a lot of pitches here for Brad in this inning. Probably throw a slider here because this is his last hitter, we think.
He nearly balked there.
He sure did.
Yeah, in fact, the Pirates think he did.
They're sure yelling from their dugout.
Slider swung on and missed. McCutcheon's down on strikes. The side is retired. But the Pirates add one more on an RBI double by Garrett Jones. Time to stretch here in Philly, with the Phillies down by 2. is answered. Wheels, here's the question one more time, and I think you know the answer.
I think so.
On October 18th, 1973, the Pirates traded Dave Cash to the Phillies for what pitcher?
Not a popular trade, Tommy. He'd had a great year the year before. He had a lot of pinch hit home runs.
Yeah.
He used to tell us, boy, you think I can hit? You ought to see my little brother. We'd say, get out of here. He's not that good. Ken Brett.
Ken Brett is correct. He went 13-9 in 73 for the Phillies.
And he was right. His little brother could hit.
Little brother turned out to be a very good hitter.
Not bad.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of Phillies prize pack. Thanks for playing Dodge. Stump the Fans.
Never forget that, how Kenny used to talk about. And, you know, just bring up Ken Brett. It's just sad to talk about because we lost him so young with a terminal brain tumor a number of years ago. And really a sad thing to have happen, losing a guy like Kenny. But he used to talk about George all the time. My brother, where do you see he can really, you know, you thought, all right, whatever. He was right.
Now the Phillies dug out 9 outs to get at least 2 runs. They trail at 5-3.
And one thing that God Bless America today was sung by Katie McCool, and her grandfather Jerry was a long-time assistant manager in the ticket office for us over at the Vet. We talk about Ray Price all the time. Well, her grandfather Jerry, great guy that worked with Ray Price and the ticket people over there, and she did a real nice job in the anthem today.
Did a very nice job. Ben Francisco's going to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 7th. And he takes a strike from Karstens. It's 0-1.
Decide to go this route because possibly you bring Glode up there. They're going to bring Bimel in. And their closer is Hanrahan, a right-hander, so you want to make sure you don't use up Glode in that way in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and Karstens is only at 90 pitches as we begin the 7th.
Yeah, you don't know that they would have done that, but they, you know, just in case.
Oh, he just threw 3 pitches to Ben Francisco, and he has 1 out. Francisco thought that pitch was a little low.
Well, it had the plate. The plate was right at the knees on that. Tough pitch.
But that shot is always educational.
Yep.
As you see Karstens 6 or more innings in 8 straight starts, because center field shot, it looked low. It really did.
Well, what that shot gives you also, too, is you can see the front of home plate. And you can see where the ball crosses the front of home plate, and it was at the knees.
0-1 the count to Rollins, who has 2 hits today.
It's very, very close. And, you know, if you're a hitter with 2 strikes on you, you always think, well, it's too close to take. But it's always easier to say than when you're up there.
Rollins floats that one on the infield. Pedro Alvarez makes the catch. And there are 2 outs now in the 7th.
Carson now 2 earned runs or less in 13 of his last 15 starts. And today he's given up 3 earned runs, but his team has gotten him 5, and he's pitching really well. You know, we see him every once in a while, and he really changes speeds well and hits his spots.
He started out the year in the bullpen because of some injuries, made his way into the rotation. You know, the Pirates lost Ross Ollendorf earlier this year. And he's been a pleasant surprise for them.
Well, he doesn't throw hard. You know, his fastball's been right around 90, but an excellent changeup, curveball, and slider.
Ground ball, foul. 0-2. See, 96 pitches now for Karstens.
Yeah, their closer, Hanrahan, has been tremendous this year. So right now, you know, they're trying to get the game to him.
Well, they've gotten at least through the 7th. Victorino's down swinging, so a 1-2-3 7th inning for Karstens and the Pirates. We've completed 7 here at Philadelphia on this Sunday afternoon. Jeff Karstens been doing that for most of the day. Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. By Citizens Bank, we're for homes. Talk to us today about how we can help guide you to the loan that's right for you. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play Diamond Millionaire. It's the new instant game for the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 years or older to play. Please play responsibly. And by Jeep Brand. We don't just make SUVs, we make history. 7 in the books. Jeff Karstens. Is he done? Well, he's been congratulated by a number of guys in between innings. Ray Searage, the pitching coach, came over and sat down next to him. Looks like they do have some movement around in the bullpen. I think Varys was throwing a moment ago.
He's had a tremendous 2 months, June and July. One of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball, and showing why today with his ability to change speed and throw strikes with all those different pitches.
Juan Perez in the game, as you just saw, to pitch the top of the 8th.
He's also thrown 18 home runs this year, and that sounds like, ooh, but 17 of them are solos.
Including the one today by Ibanez.
Right, and that'll really keep your run total down.
Line drive, base hit it to right field for Walker. So he's 2 for 4. And Alvarez, the left-handed hitter, will bat against Juan Perez. Alvarez is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. His average under 200. Good pitch. 0-1. Phillies bottom of the 8th. Utley, Howard, and Pence. And Perez and the Phillies bullpen trying to keep this at a 2-run game.
Really flying open on Perez's slider. He's not comfortable with him at all.
Runner goes. Fly ball right field. Pence, few steps from the track, makes the catch. And Walker goes back to first.
Made a little mistake there, and I think he threw him a fastball. Got too much of the plate, and the fact that he was pulling off so much on those sliders helped keep that ball in the ballpark. He just missed it.
The Powerade Junior Phillies Club is for fans 14 and under. Members receive Junior Phillies Club backpack, Carlos Ruiz poster, and Magnet Series, a membership card, opportunity to win fun prizes. The registration fee is $13. For information or to register, see Phillies.com/Junior Phillies Club. With one away, Lyle Overbay with a 2-run home run in the 6th. That gave the Buccos the lead. But they enjoy now. 2-0 the count. A strike as Schneider drops the ball. 2-1. Brad Lidge, by the way, was credited with 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run for the Phillies. And now it's Perez.
1 walk, 1 strikeout.
Yeah, 1's across the board. Did he go? Yes, he did, says Angel Hernandez. It's 3-2. See if Walker's going to be off and running.
Overbay doesn't think he went. He thought he held up. Well, I don't know. That was really hard to tell. There's intent involved. The umpires have a few things. But Angel Hernandez called it, the home plate umpire. He had one of them earlier on Chase Utley where he certainly didn't swing at it.
They called it a strike.
And he called it a strike, yeah.
That was not a strike on the call.
No.
Walker doesn't go. 3-2 is a call. Strike 3. That was a called strike.
Yeah, and it was a strike. That was a knee bending breaking ball right there.
Odd day for Overbay. 3 strikeouts and a 2-run home run. Charlie Manuel's coming out. Look at this pitch. Whoop.
Yeah. Hope it's a ball. That's all you can do as a hitter.
David Herndon's already entered the playing field as Overbay settles back in the dugout. We've got a pitching change that's going on right now here at Citizens Bank Park. Perez gives the baseball to Charlie Manuel. It's an AT&T call to the bullpen here at the top of the 8th of the Phillies trailing at 5-3. Phillies. David Herndon is on to try to get the last out here in the 8th. Herndon a 4.50 earned run average. And he's being brought on to face Brandon Wood, who's 1 for 3 today. Herndon's the 4th pitcher used by the Phillies today. 2nd one this inning. By the way, Wheels, the trade deadline has officially come and gone.
Again. But every year for the Phillies is kind of fun, huh?
Yes, it is. Particularly on the 29th of July. 0-1 the count.
Come a long way from when the media used to call Pat Gillick Stand Pat back in those days. And then Pat started to do some things, and Ruben Amaro certainly has continued that. Of course, you can still trade. All this means is that now there have to be waivers involved, and it gets more complicated.
Well, 1-1.
Not that it wasn't complicated before with all the salaries and all that stuff that are involved.
Now there are some trades that might come down in the next half hour or so that were put together before the deadline.
Right.
As long as they were submitted to Major League Baseball, then Major League Baseball would have to approve it. There are a number of sources that are reporting that the Pirates have made a deal for Ryan Ludwig of the San Diego Padres.
So they brought in 2 right-handed hitters then, if that's true, with Lee and Ludwig.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Brandon Wood.
Proving they are serious. And rightly so. They have a nice team, and that division is wide open. The Reds, who were so bad in the series against the Mets, lost 4 in a row, just swept the Giants. Figure it out. That's why it's a great sport, because you go through the course of a long season, it's really unpredictable.
Well, Milwaukee's won 5 straight. They're losing today. No, now they're winning. They're winning 4-3 over the Astros. St. Louis had won 2 straight. They'll play later on tonight against the Cubs.
Yeah, so that division, a lot of teams can win it.
Runner goes and a called strike 3. Brandon Wood goes down looking. I'm not sure what he was looking for. David Herndon comes on to get the final out here in the 8th. So we played 7.5. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies will send Utley, Howard, and Pitts to the plate. On Monday, August 1st. Yes, that's tomorrow in Colorado, a 3-game series against the Rockies. Then 4 in San Francisco. It winds down next Sunday on PHL 17. Then the Phillies have 3 against the Dodgers to wrap up a 10-game road trip. All 3 of those games on Comcast Sportsnet. First, though, Phillies have 6 outs to try to make up some ground against now Joe Beimel and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Beimel, the lefty, in his 26th game, 1-1, a 3.72 earned run average. On the face, Utley, Howard, and Pence, although there is a righty, Barris, who continues to throw, then stop, then throw, then stop. Chase Utley, 4 hits against Beimel. Utley's 1 for 3. Shows bunt, takes low and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Jeff Karstens was really good today. 7 innings, scattered 7 hits. I mean, he scattered them. 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts.
That's been his MO, especially as we mentioned with the long ball, that he throws a lot of solos. They're going to have Varus up now, the right-hander. Pence is due to bat 3rd in this inning.
Utley taking, and he takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Phillies have had pretty good luck with Beimel over the years, no matter where he's pitched.
He's pitched for the Dodgers. He's pitched for now the Pirates, the Nationals. Strike 2.
Just a base runner away from the tying run coming up with 6 outs to go. So very much in this game. Joel Hanrahan's out there just kind of walking around, stretching. He'd be their 9th inning guy.
Career games against the Phillies. See that earned run average is pretty high.
Yeah. That's what I meant. They've hit him around.
There's Hanrahan.
Hanrahan and Beimel at one time pitched together with the Nationals.
And the Dodgers.
And the Dodgers.
Two and 2 the count. Utley lays off and it just misses 3 and 2.
Well, that's a tough breaking ball to lay off at 2 strikes.
There's Howard. Phillies trying to get a base runner. They've been good here in July offensively. And Hunter Pence has just been added to the party, so he'll get another shot here. And he's hoping to get that shot with a base runner. Ground ball right side. Walker to his left. And he throws Utley out, 1 out. Host your next corporate or social event here at Citizens Bank Park. The ballpark offers a variety of unique spaces and on-site catering. It's available year-round for many types of functions, both large and small. Take advantage of all the ballpark has to offer. Tours, Vanavision usage. Call the special events department at 215-218-5100 or go to Phillies.com/special events for more details. Ryan Howard is hitless at 3 at-bats. Really good numbers against Beimel in just 13 at-bats.
I mentioned Varus is up, the right-hander, pitched an inning here last night, gave up 3 hits and a run. If they get Howard out, Beimel will probably pitch to Pence, because then the tying run would be Ibanez, a left-handed batter, after him. If Ryan gets on, you may see Varus for Pence.
Beimel's gotten Utley already on a ground out. Chase saw 6 pitches in that at bat.
They got him on a fastball.
Line drive, base hit it to right field. That's going down toward the corner. Howard, who had 2 doubles last night, is on his way to second here, and he'll get there sliding. A 1-out double, and it means the tying run is coming to the plate.
See if they do go to the right-hander now with Pence coming up. There's a hanging breaking ball right there, and as Tom mentioned, Ryan Howard has tremendous numbers against Weimel and just adds to them. This is his second double off him. He has a triple. He has some homers. They're playing back with a 2-run lead, and right over the first baseman over base head. And here comes Clint Hurdle.
So Clint Hurdle's headed out. He's going to go to the right-hander Veras with Pence due up. So we'll have another pitching change. Weimel gets credited with 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit. His line is not closed yet, though, because the runner at second is his responsibility. That's Ryan Howard. So a pitching change here at Philadelphia. The tying run is coming to the plate with 1 out here at the bottom of the 8th. Ball game with all the highlights plus Marty Bystrom's clubhouse interviews and your Facebook questions. It's all next on the Phillies postgame show live from Sugar House Casino. Hunter Pence is the batter. Ryan Howard is on second. Ryan with 5 hits now with Hunter Pence in this lineup for the Phillies. Pence will face Jose Veras, who he had hit against last night at an RBI. Veras is 2-3 with a 3.38 earned run average.
Now they don't have anybody else up right now. They do have another left-hander, Tony Watson, came and got some strikeouts the other night, but you know he may not be one of those guys they'll trust late in the game.
So the veteran Veras to face Hunter Pence. Pence today 0 for 2 with a walk. No balls and 1 strike to count.
Got through a lot of changeups last night, split finger pitches that he uses for a changeup. Pence was swinging to tie this game fastball, and he got one of them, a split.
Ground ball towards shortstop, picked up by Wood, and what a play. They got Howard at third. The putout goes 6-5, and as it turns out, it's a base running mistake by Ryan Howard, but it's also an outstanding play by the Pirates.
Yeah, all of that. And Ryan Howard can't go there. You know, the ball's hit to his right shoulder, has to make sure it goes through. You're down by 2 runs. They can't throw Pence out at first base. He's a slow runner. Everything about it is a mistake, except maybe he was safe. But, you know, it can't even be close. Is he safe or out? You know he's out, but Did he get the hand in there before the tag? Well, it doesn't matter because the third base umpire says he's out.
That was a really good throw by Wood. A really good play to get to it.
Very good play.
Ibanez sends one in the air, deep to left center field. Going back is Paul. It's gone! A two-run opposite field home run for Ibanez. It's his second one of the day. And this baby is all tied up at 5.
I'll take him off the hook a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you don't know if it's a 3-run home run there, but all you know is the game's tied. And he had to do it with 2 outs, and they're the hardest runs again. Last 2 home run game, September of '09. And did he ever drive this baby hard the other way? Fastball looked like out over the plate. Bam.
16 home runs for Ibanez. And a curtain call to boot. And Brian Schneider asked for time. It's the 14th time in Ibanez's career he's had a multi-home run game.
Boy, what a big clutch hit that was.
That was huge.
After, you know, it kind of took the wind out of the inning, the sails a little bit. It also keeps their closer in the bullpen. And that can come in the tie game.
Meanwhile, the Phillies closers warm it up in the pen. That's Ryan Madson.
They didn't use that other left-hander they have available.
Want to know the count to Schneider. Schneider sends one in the air, deep to right field. Jones going back. He jumps and he makes the catch. Wow.
Oh, man.
I thought that was going to go at least 5 rows back in right field.
It was so high.
So Gary.
Eric Fryer.
What happened when Raul Ibanez went out to his position in left field? A 2-home run game. His second homer's tied this ball game up at 5 and takes us to the top of the 9th. All even right across the board. 5-9-0 for both teams. 24 runs batted in his last 20 games. And now 16 home run season. You know, he got hot in the second half last year. He started to get hot even before the second half this year. And you hope it carries over. Ryan Madson is the new pitcher. 3-1, a 1.96 earned run average. This is obviously not a safe situation, but he is trying to make sure it remains tied as we go to the bottom of the 9th.
And this is the difference in the way most teams play. as far as using closers and tie games late like this. At home, you use them in the ninth, try to win it in the bottom. When you're on the road, you normally don't do it in a tie game because the guy has to pitch 2 innings.
And Matson's out there for 1 inning.
Right, 1 inning. And you know, I'm not saying it doesn't happen all the time, but you check it out. It rarely happens they use closers in 2 innings in tie games.
Eric Fryer has 2 hits today. Hits one of the air foul off to the right. That'll be out of play. It's 1-1. Pedro Siriaco is in the on-deck circle for the Pirates. On the hands, a looper towards center. Going out is Rollins. Utley peels away. 1 away. So Matson gets the first out. Matson came into the game last night and struck out the side, and he was electric on a night when the ballpark was electric. And instead of Siriaco, it's going to be Matt Diaz.
Yeah, they had Siriaco out there if they got a base runner, you know, maybe bunt him over, something like that. Now they want a long ball, and they figure this is their best shot at it in Diaz.
Diaz is hitting .262, no home runs, 16 runs batted in. Michael Martinez is over toward the line at third. Howard's off the line with the right-handed batter up at first.
And you know, with Diaz,
ground ball through the hole on the left side.
I was going to say he hits so many balls the other way. I don't know if Martinez catches that, even if he's in normal third base position, but he's not going to catch it guarding the line.
Oh, with a base runner for Pittsburgh, here's Xavier Paul.
If they run for Diaz.
Doesn't look like they're going to make a move. Paul has 2 hits this afternoon, a couple RBIs. Here comes Siriaco. Now they're going to make that move. I was wondering where he went.
Well, this is what you think they would do.
So Quinn Hurdle adjusts his lineup card. .94 on that fastball from Matson.
You want to leave the hole open now for Xavier Paul. Phillies do, of course, have to hold Siriaco on there, so big hole on the right side for him.
The outfield, they kind of play him to go the other way in center and left. He has a hit to center today and a hit to left that dropped in front of Ibanez. In the Phillies' bottom of the ninth, Michael Martinez is due to lead it off. Then the pitcher's spot at the top of the order.
A lot of back and forth in this game today with 2 spots.
Runner goes 0-1, hit foul, and it's 0-2.
He slipped. He went to go there, but he got a pretty good jump.
He sure did.
He's stolen as many as 40 bases in the minor leagues, 38 in another season. See how he slipped as he started to go there. So he was on a steal. Heard the ball hit and then looked around and tried to find it. He can pitch out.
He doesn't go, and a changeup swung on and missed. 2 outs. Last night, the Phillies combined for 15 strikeouts against the Pirates. Today they have 11.
You said, Tom, a real good change up there, way out in the front. And this is what Siriaco, he's really going to think about running.
Garrett Jones drove in a run before with a double, an RBI double. He's grounded out. He's flied out twice. 1 for 4. There he goes. Pitch is taken outside. The throw to second by Schneider. Not in time. Did he go off the bag? Nope, he didn't. Rollins stayed with the tag, and it looked like Siriaco was running right off the bag.
Now he wastes no time on the first pitch. He's going to go. They want to get him in the scoring position. Straight steal. Oh, he did keep his foot. Oh, wow. There's a split second there. Did he tag him when the foot came off?
Well, his first ever stolen base, so he's in scoring position. Garrett Jones hits it to the right side, picked up by Howard. Matson's there to cover. The side is retired, so Matson does his job. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's a 5-5 game. That guy is going to lead it off. Phillies led this one 1-0, then 3-2. Then they trailed at 4-3 and 5-3. A 2-run home run by Ibanez in the 8th tied it at 5. And now here we are, bottom of the 9th inning. It's a 5-5 game. Michael Martinez is scheduled to lead it off. That guy has finally rolled up his sleeves, but I would think he's still uncomfortable. Maybe when the Pirates had the lead, he felt a little better. Chris Resop is the new pitcher for the Pirates. Resop, a 3.38 earned run average. He'll face Martinez, then Glode at the top of the order. Tony Watson, we mentioned before, the lefty, is not up at all in the pen. So this is Resop's inning.
And the Phillies are probably fully prepared, too, that if Martinez were to get on, who would they bring up to bunt him over? And it wouldn't be Glode, you wouldn't think. They do have Mayberry, Polanco, Ruiz remaining on the bench along with Ross Glode, or a pitcher.
Well, the trade is now official. Ryan Ludwig was traded to the Pirates before the deadline for a player to be named or cash consideration. So Clint Hurdle can't use him today, but he'll have him probably in the lineup tomorrow when the Pirates return home. Michael Martinez leads it off and takes outside. It's 1-0. That's a pretty good pickup for the Pirates.
Real good pickup. Absolutely. Guy can really help them.
So they've picked up Derek Lee and Ryan Ludwig over the last 24 hours. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Martinez. And a breaking ball high, 2-1.
Rysop was in the game last night. He also gave up a run. Oh yeah, their bullpen been used a lot in this road trip they've been on with those games in Atlanta and having to use them here.
Well, no break. They're in the middle of 20-20, just as the Phillies are. As Martinez evens the count 2-2. Phillies are in the middle of 21-21.
20-20, right? 10-10.
That's right, 20-20.
Yeah, because 21 you have to get
right.
You have to get permission from the association.
Outside, 3-2. Polanco is on the stairs in the Phillies dugout.
Right. That's what I mean. If Martinez gets on here, it would be somebody other than Glode.
And that's Martinez's job. Fly ball down the left field line. Hall and Alvarez are out, and it's Alvarez who dropped the ball. The tarp was creeping up on him. He had it in his glove, then nearly caught it with his bare hands. But he can't hang on. They'll charge him in error. And Martinez has some new life.
Yeah, he has it, as Tom says. It's in his glove, right there in the pocket of the glove. Hits the webbing, then he looks over for the tarp. And meanwhile, the baseball is on its way to where the Phillies wanted it to be, pulled by gravity.
Wow.
That hit every part of his glove.
Yep. Martinez to left field again. This time it's Paul. And he makes the catch.
Time now for a W.B. Mason delivery of the game. A big 2-run home run by Raul Ibanez. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Pitch from Veras out over the plate. Hits it into the seats. That's why we're still playing here. Or we're playing with the Phillies with a chance to win the game here in the bottom of the 9th.
And they'll turn to Ross Glode, not Placido Polanco. Glode, who's been the Phillies' most versatile pitch hitter. 275 overall, no home runs, and 6 runs batted in. And he takes on the inside corner. Glode sends one in the air to right center field. Jones has room. A few steps in on the track, makes the catch. And there are 2 outs. That one you could tell. I still can't believe Schneider's didn't get out of the yard.
Schneider's really looked. It sounded like a home run too. That one was hit a little deeper part of the ballpark, and you could tell it wasn't hit as well.
That'll bring Rollins to the plate. Only 3 at-bats in his career against Rysop. Rollins with 9 hits this year against the Pirates.
The Phillies are not real well equipped now for a long extra inning game. So, they want to try and win this baby. Bastardo was up in the bullpen. Stutz could be a 2-inning guy at this point, or more if they'd have to have him. But that's all they have left, because they have 1 less pitcher than they did.
Right. Andrew Carpenter was sent out when Polanco was added back to the roster. So they have Bastardo, Stutz available in the pen, and that's it.
Pirates still have Watson, that left-hander we mentioned. Jason Grilli, who pitched some innings here the other night, and Daniel McCutchen, and their closer.
2-1 the count to Rollins. Hoping that Rollins gets on here in the 9th. And he does. Ball 4, 2-out base runner. And Fryer just reminds Rysop to keep an eye on Rollins over at first.
Yeah, and he want to also make sure that there's 2 outs. They're going to play back, and that Rysop, or that he knows who's covering. And with a left-handed hitter, you think it would be the shortstop Wood.
Quiet day for Victorino, 0 for 3 with a walk. And Victorino showed bunt. He thought Rollins was going to go. He saw it out of the side. And he was just trying to block the catcher as best he could.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll be up there, a left-handed hitter will hear, there he goes. And, you know, think, okay, there he goes, and we'll try and help him.
Fryer's already thrown Rollins out trying to steal today.
On a pitch out. Outfielders are really deep, trying to prevent any kind of extra base hit. They even put Alvarez on the line at third.
Rollins goes. Pitch is taken low. No throw by Fryer. 23 stolen bases this year for Rollins, and he's in scoring position.
Picked a change up to run on, too. Great pitch to run. Good job by Jimmy. Now the outfielders come in. There he goes. Tremendous jump. Tough pitch for the catcher to handle. No throw.
Fryer now walks out to talk to Rysop. Here comes Ray Searage. Phillies with 6 runners in scoring position so far in today's game, or 6 opportunities, I should say.
A lot of things they can talk about right now. One of them being, who do you want here? Where you think they'd want Victorino.
I would think so.
But they also are probably going to talk about how they want to pitch him, and that's probably with soft stuff. Make him. Don't give him a fastball to beat you here. And if you do walk him, well, then you're going to have to start all over with Utley. Especially since they're behind in the count 2-0, Tom. I would think they would not want to challenge him with a fastball in the strike zone, and that's one of the things they're talking about.
2 balls, no strikes to count. 5-5 ball game here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Pretty good numbers there by Victorino with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. The sun's just popped out again.
Boy, he has a big hole on the right side. They have Overbay near the line.
(3-0).
Just nibbled there. They did throw a fastball. Now they moved Overbay over further. I didn't think they were going to keep. In that first pitch when he was lining up, he was closer towards it here. They moved him over a little bit, but he still has a lot of room to hit a ball through.
Angel Hernandez again is hearing it from the Pirates dugout.
Well, they saw that wasn't high and wasn't low, but it was outside. A little frustrated in there right now. Clint thought that was a good pitch.
Outside ball 4. So now they'll leave it to Chase Utley with runners on first and second.
Well, they threw him 2 fastballs, but they weren't really that close. It's almost like they decided they're going to pick their poison here and start with a fresh count where they could work on a guy. And that's Utley.
Well,
and they have Watson up in the bullpen. Yep. See, he just jumped up quick, and that was the other thing. They were not going to let Utley be, they weren't going to turn Victorino down, and now they're going to go left.
So we'll have a pitching change here at Citizens Bank Park with 2 on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Chase Utley will not face the righty Chris Rysop. He'll face the lefty Tony Watson. He's coming on. We'll be back after this. Pirates dugout. Reesop's responsible for what's going on in the base paths right now. It's a 5-5 game, in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. Chase Utley's up against Tony Watson. 23rd game for Watson. 20 strikeouts in 22 innings of work so far for Watson. He got Utley the other night on strikes. And Chase Utley, it's been since 2007, his last walk-off base hit. This one coming against Billy Wagner.
What a game that was that night, that afternoon. Wow. See that scene repeated? That'll be all right.
Oh, he certainly has the speed to do it with Rollins at second.
This time it would be Jimmy Rollins sliding home safely.
The other time it was Tadahito Oguchi.
Right. Tells you it's a long time ago.
2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. 5-5 game. Runners go. No throw. So now a wild pitch. Pass ball can score. Rollins from third.
Yeah, no decision. Well, not the, Ron Somrell's probably going to run him anyway if there have been 2 outs. I mean, with a base hit, but now, no problem. Now, who do they want, Utley or Howard?
It's 1 ball and no strikes to Chase Utley. Final day of this homestand. And Utley takes a strike. It's 1-1. Chase was taking all the way. There's Howard on deck. It's safe to say they'll be careful with Utley. I guess they have to be really careful.
Well, they can pick their poison here. They do have a base open, so they don't have to pitch to him. But they'd rather go with Howard. But then there's no wiggle room.
1-1 the count. Utley grounds it foul. He got a pretty good pitch to hit. And it's 1-2. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Marlins have defeated the Braves 3-1. Even though Atlanta picked up 13 hits. Ricky Nolasco the win. Tommy Hanson the loss. The Phillies are 5.5 games up in the East.
Oh.
Rollins broke off third, then stopped. Outside, 2-2.
Yeah, he broke off third, stop. He's trying to get him to flinch, and he almost did. Meaning Watson.
Taking a casual stroll down the line. Watson against Utley. Lefty against lefty. 2-2 the count. The pitch. In the dirt. Fryer made sure it stayed around the plate. It's 3-2.
Got to think a 3-2 breaking ball's coming now, too, with a base open. Catcher calls it, and then he has to be ready to block it. And that's what he did here on the 2-2. There it was. Nice play. That's why those stolen bases were so important there. It puts more pressure on everybody. Infielders, catcher.
The 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air off the third base side and out of play.
I'll be darned if he didn't throw him a fastball in, too. I guess he figured he'd be diving out there looking breaking ball. Maybe they could get him out inside, jam him, and they did jam him, but thankfully it was foul and out of play.
Walker joins Watson and Fryer.
Well, he's on the pull side right now. Walker, he really wants to know what the pitch is. Not that he can't see it, but it's almost like he don't want to take any chances and not know what they're doing here, because that can help him move.
Three and 2 the count to Utley. The pitch from Watson. In the air to right center field. Going back McCutchen toward the track. He's got a beat on it. Makes the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, 2 men left, and 1 real long fly ball. And we go to the 10th. Antonio Bastardo is going to come on and pitch the top of the 10th. It's a 5-5 game. The Phillies are 4-6 in extra inning ball games so far this season. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Pirates in extra inning games 5-5. So this is the 11th extra inning ball game for both teams.
Yeah, they certainly didn't want to blow their bullpen out this way going to Denver either, because you can get some goofy games out there. But they're happy to be in extra innings, happy to have this game tied, because they look like they had a heck of a chance to lose it with 2 outs in the 8th.
Bastardo 3-0, a 1.37 earned run average. This is his 44th ball game. .47 strikeouts for Bastardo, and he'll face McCutchen, Walker, and Alvarez. Means that Walker will swing around to the right side of the plate. Alvarez, a left-handed hitter. And McCutchen, of course, a right-handed hitter. Michael Stutz is all by himself in the bullpen, along with Nick Billmeyer and Jesus Tiamo. That's it for the Phillies. They could stretch Bastardo out for 2 if they have to, and Stutz certainly for 2 if they have to. Another sellout here at the ballpark, 45,809. The 182nd consecutive sellout. And it's been a rather entertaining ball game. Both starters pitched well. Jeff Karstens, well, he went 7, allowed 3 runs on 7 hits for the Pirates. Worley went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits and 4 runs. So here we go, top of the 10th inning. Phillies, if they win, can gain another game on the Atlanta Braves.
Chase Utley hit that ball well to end the inning. If he pulls that thing, it's over. When he hit it to a deep part of the ballpark, and McCutchen can run him down.
He can fly, boy. He went from a step to the left center field gap all the way over toward the 398 sign to make that catch.
Yeah, he's good.
First pitch from Bastardo here in the 10th. It's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
He had his glove up early, too, where he's letting everybody know he had it.
Everybody, all 45,809 players, coaches, everybody knew it.
No suspense.
It's a fly ball to right. Hunter Pence goes over a few steps to his right, makes the catch, 1 away. And that'll bring Walker to the plate.
Phillies have 1 extra man right now because they have 6 players on the bench and 4 left because of Valdez. I think when I went over the extra man, I forgot him.
Forgot Wilson Valdez? How could you forget him?
And
he's the guy that had the mohawk, the blonde mohawk in the clubhouse.
And he pitched once this year, didn't he?
He did.
Hopefully that won't happen again.
There's Stutz. Walker is switch hitter. He's 2 for 4. Couple singles, runs scored. Swing and a miss, 0-1. There's Wilson Valdez. Who knows how he could be used this afternoon?
Yep. Hopefully conventional.
Oh, 2. 4 pitches, 4 strikes for Bastardo so far.
This guy, like a lot of switch hitters, has a different swing from one side of the plate to the other. Not that he can't hurt you right-handed, but he looks much more dangerous left-handed. It's kind of a sweeper swing this way.
Ground ball toward third. Martinez was hugging the line. He stays down on it, and there are 2 outs. This is the 3rd extra inning ball game of this road trip for the Pirates. They had the 2 in Atlanta. One of those went 19 innings. Jason Grilli's looks like he's firing away in the pen. Where's that Hanrahan? That's Hanrahan.
That's Hanrahan. Yeah. Interesting.
Pedro Alvarez is the batter.
They may just figure, you know what, we can outlast their bullpen by using our closer for 2 innings if we have to.
They might even keep Watson in to face Howard to start the inning.
Yep.
Alvarez 0 for 4 this afternoon. And it's no balls and 1 strike. That's 6 pitches now. All 6 are strikes for Bastardo.
Well, halfway through the 20 straight games, but the road coming up, very different, and especially going to Denver, where you can use a lot of pitchers there.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Not quite as much arena baseball as it used to be, but you can still get into games there that just boggle your mind.
Hamels, Kendrick, and Halladay are scheduled to pitch for the Phillies. Chacin, Cook, and Hamill for the Rockies. It's 0-2 to Alvarez. With 2 outs here at the top of the 10th. Bastardo set. Swing and a miss. He got him. 8 pitches, 8 strikes for Antonio Bastardo. It's a 1-2-3 10th inning for the Phillies, and it means that we'll go to the bottom of the 10th. All even at 5. That's because Bastardo came out, fire and strikes. Baseball in the bottom of the 10th. It's a 5-5 game. We said this is the 3rd extra inning game for the Pirates on this trip. One was 19 innings and it didn't end well for anybody. Well, except for the Braves. Jerry Beals called Julio Lugo safe on this play. Safe and secure. And replay showed that McHenry did get him on the knee.
Made me laugh. Safe and secure. There were some repercussions from that safe and secure.
Oh, boy. Ryan Howard is the batter to lead off. And Howard hits a ground ball foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the best look. You can see him touch his leg. Just look closely right there.
Yeah. And then, you know, the thing that a lot of people didn't notice, including people at the game, was that the guy who hit the ball, Proctor, had gone into the breaststroke about 20 feet out of the box. Was
Why?
swimming
I don't think
down,
anybody knows.
He was swimming down the first baseline and fell right in his face, so he would have been doubled easily at first base, and they would continue to the 20th. But you know, those replays we just had were great, showing Proctor going down.
1-2 pitch to Howard. Swing and a miss. He's down on strikes. 1 away.
Watch Proctor now. He hits this thing. Now here he goes. Oh, baby, I just head first into first. Now he took a look around, and they would have plenty of time to throw to first and get him.
Saw Neil Walker pointing with his glove over to first. Hunter Pence is the hitter. Pence has scored a run today. He scored ahead of Ibanez on his 2nd home run.
Watson been pretty impressive. He struck Howard out twice. He had 4 strikeouts when he came in. That's why I was a little surprised they didn't have him up for Ibanez. But you know, they have their reasons. Maybe they just didn't trust him in that spot, and now they have to use him.
Swing and a miss. 1-1.
It's a pretty good breaking ball he's been throwing the left-handed hitters, and that was a very good changeup.
Pence is 1 for 8 in a Phillies uniform with an RBI and a run scored. Alvarez way over toward the line at 3rd. And they are deep in the outfield.
Yeah, they have a don't hit it over my head defense out there.
They have it, if you hit it over my head, it's going out of the yard defense.
You can have a single, but we're not going. We're trying to keep you from an extra base hit. Now, Pence can make a double out of a dunker.
2-1 line drive, base hit down the left field line. And there you go. He's going to get to second at least. It's a 1-out double.
First chance to see him run like that. Saw that plenty of times in that Astros uniform. Well, they did the right thing there. They're guarding the line, and it was right at Alvarez, only it was 10 feet over his head. Here's Hunter. But that hitting style is unique. Knee going down.
Sarge said it yesterday. You can't teach it.
Nor would you want to. It's just individual, and it sure works for him.
So now Ibanez, who has 2 home runs today. And Ray Searage heading out to the mound to talk to Watson. There is bullpen action beginning for the Pirates, excuse me.
And it is McCutchen.
Right.
Here's Raul in the second inning off Jeff Carsons, who pitched really well here today. Out of the ballpark to center field, the first of his 2 home runs. That was a nice one. This one, boy, this set the place jumping right there. Alvarez down by 2, 2 outs, runner on, tie game.
Well, now a base hit, and the Phillies should win the game.
Yeah, well, they have a chance, depending how hard it's hit. I'm surprised how deep their outfielders are.
I agree.
They got to bring them in.
Now, Ray Searage went out to the mound. What do you think he told Watson with first base open?
It's a great question. It's almost like, hey, this guy doesn't matter. Don't let him beat you. We'll take our chances with a guy on deck. So don't throw him, you don't have to throw him strikes.
Pence leads off second. Now, the guy on deck is Brian Schneider.
Right.
And they may use Ruiz for Schneider.
Correct. And then they have McCutchen for Schneider. I mean, for Ruiz. So, there's a lot of things can happen here, and both sides are set up to make moves. They're very aware of Hunter Pence in case he's thinking about taking off for third base. And that's, the crowd's going to boo and everything, but the Pirates are doing a good job with this, not forgetting about the guy.
7 steals this year for Pence. He's been caught once. Low and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Raul, you almost can cheat away a little bit right there and look out there. Hope he makes a mistake. You wouldn't think they'd throw him anything near the middle of the plate. Even chance throwing him inside here.
Line drive, base hit into right field. That's going to win the ball game. Here comes Hunter Pence. He's going to score. It's an RBI base hit for Raul Ibanez, and the Phillies have won the ball game 6-5. They have swept out the Pirates and have finished up this homestand in fine fashion. Have a day, Raul Ibanez.
Just talked about it. I don't think they threw him anything middle in, and I think they did by mistake. And boy, did he nail it.
Three hits in the ball game for Ibanez. 4 runs batted in, including the game winner.
There it is. Yeah, that caught a lot of the plate. They were probably going to try and stay away from him. Caught a lot of home plate there, and ooh, what did he hit on? Now watch Pence's reaction there. He's just making sure to watch his reaction after he crosses home plate. He's going to high five anybody that moves. Come on, come find me, or I'll find you.
Oh, it was his double that led to the RBI base hit that won the ball game for the Phillies. That's a heck of a day for Raul Ibanez. They have scored a double for Ibanez just to be official. And that's the right scoring. 6-5 the final score. The Phillies win it in extra innings. And Sarge is down on the field with the newest Philly, Hunter Pence.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot, Hunter Pence. Getting that double, scoring on a base hit there by Ibanez. How electrifying is this audio?
I mean, every day, every game, the atmosphere here, absolutely electrifying. That describes it. Raul Ibanez today, unbelievable. And, man, it's good to be on a scrappy team that can play some ball.
Now, does it matter that you've had a few teammates that you played with that's here that can kind of tell you how this place is?
It helps a ton. I feel like I met a few of these guys. They're just great personalities, good people. And, I'm just going to try to lay low and find a way to fit in.
Now, sitting that base hit was hit. You're on second. You're coming around third base. What's going through your head?
Good game. Let's go eat.
Well, that's always good. Continued success. Thanks for coming on with us. Tom Wills.
All right, Sarge, thank you very much. Our thanks to Hunter Pence for joining us this afternoon. He scores the game-winning run and an RBI double by Raul Ibanez. The Phillies win it 6-5 in 10 innings. They have just swept out the Pirates. We'll be right back.